Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of Third Down Thursdays. We are so sorry that last week we weren't able to. Huh?
Our bad.
Sai, shut up. We're so sorry that we weren't able to provide you with the endless amounts of entertainment, fun, and excitement that we do every single Thursday and Wednesdays on the breakdown, or Tuesday sometimes, or Monday sometimes. But that being said, the man, the myth, the legend himself, the best there is, the best there was, the best there ever will be has returned. Coach Bruce is here. And the man, the myth, the legend himself, Sai, is joining me on my side right here. MJ is unfortunately off again tonight because he's got some stuff he's got to deal with real work type shit and real world type shit. So might as well let him have some fun and deal with the stuff that he's got to deal with. That's not going to stop us from having another amazing rendition of Third Down Thursdays. The most electrifying co-host in sports entertainment / podcast history is in the background right now, working his game as the producer. He'll jump on later with his Davis division. I'm cool with that. It's gonna be some fun, excitement. But you know what? We're gonna start off simple and easy. Sai, what up, dog? How are you?
What's up, man? Hey, we're doing good. We're living the life. It's been a great day for me today. Just a great week. Just I got all positives. I got all positives right now.
All positives, man. That's good. That's good,
sir.
man.
Yes, sir.
Let's just hope it's not positive in the below the equator region. You know what I'm saying?
Whoa. Not that.
Negative there. So we're good then.
Negative there. But no, we're good. Life's great.
I heard there's some good news though. I heard there was good news. I don't know if you want to share it here or not, but
I think we do. So us here at TDT Media, myself and Mr. MJ, who is in Narnia right now or something like that, we just recently got approved for TCU men's basketball credentials. So you guys are going in February. We'll be getting live content from all TCU, which I think is really cool. This is my first time officially. It'll be my first time officially properly like covering college basketball. So this is gonna be. I'm super excited, and I mean, like, hey, it's good for the program. It's good for the brand. Like these colleges are actually realizing that, hey, these old folks at TDT Media, they're doing a little something.
We got Notre Dame last year, so shit.
We did get Notre Dame last year. Got SMU and TCU so far this year. We got the Senior Bowl coming up. We got the Combine coming up. Like, come on now. It's great.
I can't wait for the Combine. I'm not going to lie. I'm definitely going to the Combine this year.
Yeah, no.
I'm not going to. Hey, right now, I'm saying it. Today, what is it today? The 3rd or 12th? Today's the 12th, right?
Today is the 12th.
December 12th, 2024. Coach Bruce is going to be at the Combine because he's not going to leave his man Sai chilling by himself in a hotel room.
There we go.
We're going to make
Real ones know. Last year,
we're going to make sure we're going to make it happen. We're going to, we're going to get we're going to get some crew down there. We're going to have some fun. Hopefully, we can get Connor's bitch ass to come down there. That'd be hilarious. Nice. I saw that. Hey, we're going to talk about that later, by the way.
We're talking about that guy
100%. We're going to be talking about that guy later. But we're going to make sure Connor gets down there because that'd be hilarious. Just so y'all know, though, flat out, ain't no way Big Papi is going to be sitting in the same room, sleeping in the same room, and it's all you motherfuckers, all right?
That is A-okay.
No offense.
Big dog. Get your own big dog.
No offense or anything like that, but I just want Big Papi wants to just chill sometimes, and like if he's like, if the wifey ends up FaceTime, you know what I'm saying? We gotta make sure we gotta, you know what I'm saying?
Nope. Grown man has grown man responsibilities. Gets his own room.
But yeah, no, man, that's awesome. I'm excited because there's an advancement that's going to continue to happen. Hopefully this year, NFL they decide to help us out with some Super Bowl stuff. And if and when that happens. We got some hopefully some other things that we'll be able to be accommodated with. But actually, I have news. I just remembered.
Well, first off, how are you, Coach Bruce? But say your news. Say your news.
All right, we'll go news real quick. We'll go news real quick.
I'm listening.
So March Madness obviously like happens in March, but also part of the regional that happens in Las Vegas. Guess who's going to be going to that?
That guy
in the VIP area too.
Oh, okay, Bruce.
So we're gonna have some fun.
That's breaking news.
That's big news, baby. That's big news.
Breaking news.
So we're gonna be it's gonna be some crazy stuff coming on here in the next in that time frame from the February to March, April time frame. So and then April would be my daughter's third birthday. Wait, no, second. Excuse me, second. Jeez, don't fast forward it, Bruce. Second birthday, and then in May, my other child, we don't know the gender yet, will be born. So we got some shenanigans down the way, bro. We got shenanigans,
both personal and professional.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah. But yeah, man. No, so everything's good. Everything's good. Aside from like some bullshit company that keeps screwing me over, on the professional side, for the other professional side. Aside from that, though, man, like everything's been good, dude. There's been no complaints. Like people are really cool. Like obviously, like not the actual company screwed me over, but like not being just whatever. But yeah, no, everything's been great. No complaints. Life's good. Daughter's happy. Daughter's growing every day. She is the apple of my eye, like as that old school saying goes. And she's just the absolute best. She's the absolute best. She's starting to kind of recognize like sports and things like that now too.
Oh,
dude, that's where it's starting to
I know that's making you like that's
so like that's where it's starting to get fun spots. So we have like the Fisher Price basketball hoop like now, like we have like there
we go.
Dude, we got some we got a whole bunch of stuff that's ready to go. And the other day I was like dribbling a basketball down here. What's nice about like owning my own place now, like being an adult and everything like that. I mean, I've been an adult for fucking years now. But what's nice though is like if I want to dribble a basketball in my own house, I can dribble a basketball in my own house.
Can't do that in my little studio apartment that we're in right now. My neighbors don't like me. If I make noise, they'll pound on my ceiling. They don't care.
Well, of course. Okay, but I get that though.
I get it too. Like I'm very mindful. But
I don't do it like so. That's what she said. I don't do it like nice. I don't do it upstairs. Like I don't like do it like I do it down here where it's like a cement. Like subfloor. It's not even subfloor. Cement. Whatever. Subfloor. Let's just go with that. Anyway. But yeah, dude, it's been fun. Everything's been good. There's no complaints. Obviously, like my daughter was downstairs. We got 2 sippy cups just chilling right here. Although they might be mine. Nice. Oh, hey babe, I got a pacifier down here. Sorry.
No, you good.
Real world stuff. But yeah, man, no complaints. Like I know we're gonna talk about it later, but I don't let the team that practices in Lake Forest, Illinois, and plays at Soldier Field in Chicago affect the mood that I'm in. Are you having problems with your
I am having problems, but I think we got it. I know it's very annoying. We're good.
All right.
I looked in my laptop's at 10% and my charger was not charging it. So we're good now, guys. Great. We're good now, guys. We're good.
Is Connor in the background right now?
Connor's just sitting back there.
Connor, can you jump on real quick?
Uh-oh.
Can you see this fucking rookie move that Sai's making right here?
Rookie move, guys. Rookie move.
At 10% and shit.
Hand up accountability. Okay, actually,
Connor, why do you look like you're 12 right now?
Do I look like I'm 12? That's okay. I don't mind. Honestly, don't mind that. Because when I'm like 40, Bruce, I'm going to be like fine wine.
Bro, hey, welcome. Yeah, you'll be seeing.
No, but I'm back home. But I'll let y'all finish and you can.
Yeah, you're good. Can't wait to see you later, though, Connor. Can't wait to see you later. All right, so but no, I try not to let that team. So this past weekend, Cy,
I'm listening.
might have been the most like I don't give a fuck attitude I've had this whole like time. We're gonna get to that. We're gonna talk about that later, but it's just now it's just pathetic. It's just pathetic. And like I don't know if you saw this tweet, but all Chicago sports are.
Yeah,
I
saw. I know that's what you're talking about. It's
all in the past 7 years. 7 years. Sigh. Chicago sports franchises have only won 4 combined playoff games. 4. How pathetic
7 years.
is that? 7 years. That's the Blackhawks.
Mm-hmm.
That's the Bulls, the White Sox, the Cubs, and the amazing Chicago McCaskies.
That's say the best for last.
Are you kidding me? Like you're it's and I've complained about this. Shit, I probably complained about this for the past like 3 years on our platform, just saying how the third largest sports market in sports, yet the most putrid results. I mean, dude, you're I mean, like you, sir, are a Cardinals fan.
Yes, sir.
And how and you've had the opportunity to like cover a little bit with the Cardinals and like some of their minor league things and whatever. And if the Cardinals had the spendability that the Cubs do, whew, I'm gonna tell you right now.
It needs to be a lot different.
I'm gonna tell you right now. I like how I just got a text from my wife saying like Passy, and then she's like, "Wait, never mind, I found one." And I just like legitimately like yelled, like how long ago?
You did.
Like not even
like 5 minutes ago, maybe.
Jeez. Before she even texted me it. Unreal. Well, it's her bedtime, so this is usually around the time where we start like getting it done. Anyway, back to the original point.
Back to Chicago sports teams having all the money in the world and not doing anything with it.
Yeah, it's just sad. It's annoying, but we don't need to go down that. Let's just not go down that road right now.
We don't need to. We got no need to. We've been down this road before. We know where this road leads to.
So right now, I know. Wait, what time we got? All right, we got a little bit more time. But no, right. That's why I was looking right now.
Yeah, right. We're jumping the gun. 14 minutes in, we don't care. Let's just go straight into it.
All right. So like Juan Soto, bro. 15
We're gonna get into that later too. But
I know. But real quick, 15 years, $765 million.
Mm-hmm.
Can like 15? I'll be 55 years old at the end of his contract.
I'll be 35 at the end of his contract.
It's so wild. It's wild.
And he's getting all the money in the world, and it's crazy. And this is like I'm not gonna go into it because I know that I'm pretty sure Connor's mentioning this on Dave's Decision, but he's already spent 6 years in Major League Baseball.
Dude, it's only
25.
It's a newer it's the Mets repeating the Bobby Bonilla contract.
I don't think they're deferring any money though.
I think he has an opt out after 5 years. I have to double check on that, but I think there's an opt out after 5 years on that contract.
There might be.
But
I
think you're right. I don't think that they're deferring anything. But that doesn't stop any team from renegotiating a contract. Nor does it. I'm guaranteeing this happens in 2026 when the Major League Baseball Players Association decides to say, when that contract goes up, and all of a sudden the owners are like, locked. You're not coming in here. We're gonna fucking put a hard cap on this shit because the amount of money that they're paying out to these guys is stupid.
It's a lot,
and it's guaranteed money. Major League Baseball is guaranteed contracts. What? Like, I wish I didn't suck at sports. Otherwise, like,
same. I love my family, but I wish they put me in earlier. And I wish like if I just like there's a little bit of a support system with everything I did, like I could be Juan Soto. Not actually. It would take a lot out of me to go be Juan Soto. But I don't see a world where I couldn't.
I was just a mental midget. Are you allowed to say midget? Whatever. I
think you are.
I mean, it's whatever. But I was kind of a mental midget, so that didn't help much. I forgot to put my bet in. Shit.
I'm not making one. I told myself I can't bet anymore. I've been on a cold streak. Great bets, just 1 or 2 away from hitting every time. So we don't bet no more.
Hold on. Well, you know what? It's about that time, isn't it?
It is that time.
That's perfect because then you guys could be a filler real quick while I play my bets.
Go for it.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, 18 plus. The man, the myth, the legend himself, the most electrifying co-host in podcast history with the most electrifying segment in podcast history. The man, the myth, the legend himself, Connor Davis with the Davis Division. Let's go. That wasn't bad.
Man, you got an 8. Oh my God, boys got an 18 plus warning now. He's really made it big.
You like that? I had to make sure.
Fine.
18,
that's fine. I'm a sophomore in college now. That needs to be established, even though I don't look like it. It needs to be established.
You be what now? Okay.
It needs, and speaking of college, finals are over as of today. I am in the comfort of my own home, as you can see my beautiful TV back there. It's fun.
Home.
It's fun. I made all A's and 1 B.
Look at you.
Yo,
you get on that president list, dog?
I'll get on the dean's list for sure, but
there you go.
I'm hoping I can get on the president's list because I have a deal with my mama if I make the president's list. But speaking of my mama,
you get a new whip?
No, I have some bigger news than that.
Oh.
For my Christmas present for my dear mother. She is obviously of South Carolinian descent, and she resided right outside of Clemson in a little town called Seneca. It's right outside the university.
Sorry.
She, being her Clemson fan, decided that it would be a Christmas wish if we attended Clemson versus Texas in Austin, Texas.
Yo!
So I will be going to the first ever 12-team college football playoffs in the first round.
That's awesome. That is awesome.
I am ecstatic about it.
That's sick.
But no, that's enough about me. I've been in school mode, and finally I literally didn't even make the videos for the breakdown last night. I need to do that either tonight or when I wake up tomorrow morning. But
profit boost, bitches.
I had to study.
Dang, Bruce, you're making one of bets.
You're welcome.
Well, Bruce, when you're done with your bets, we can go right into everything.
Yes, sir. Hold on. I'm sorry. It's almost done.
Because I'm going to make videos, and if you aren't paying attention.
Dog, I got you. You're good. Hold on. 2 more seconds.
I'm literally throwing mine in real quick, too. He's convinced.
He's convinced
to
float.
All right. So this is what I got, boys. George Kittle over 4 touchdowns. 4 receptions.
I don't know what he usually gets. So
Kyren Williams, 2 touchdowns, and Isaac Guerrero, 1 touchdown. Anytime.
Guerrero, yep.
Is he playing?
Yeah,
he is.
$10 to win 142.
Go.
Oh man, I put Isaac Guerrero in for fantasy after I picked him up. He got me 28 points.
Yeah,
I could have given him a kiss.
In my league, the guy fucking ended up stealing him. I was so pissed. Because it's like a payment, it's like a pay league too. So any free agent that you get, I put in. I had $23 left. He had $66 left, and I put all 23, thinking I'd be fine. This motherfucker put in all 66. He's in first place too. I'm like, you dick. All right. Anyway, what do you got, Connor?
Are you all ready?
I'm ready.
Because if you're still betting, I can go full screen and explain stuff. I don't mind to do that whatsoever.
Go full screen to go. Go full screen.
Okay, let's go full screen.
I'm good. Let's go.
I am calling this the Davis Division contract carousel.
Uh-oh.
Now, we have a coach contract and a player contract. Obviously, we've established this as, hey, we're going to talk about this today. When you thought he accomplished all he could in the NFL, there was still more left to accomplish.
Oh, I shouldn't have picked.
Bill Belichick becomes North Carolina's 35th head coach in their college football program after he signs a 5-year deal to coach the Tar Heels. Now, for Bill Belichick, this is a surreal moment. As he grew up watching college football with his dad, this is something he's always wanted to do, is coach college football. And whenever he got his stride in the NFL, there was just no escape from it. You're just so good at something, they expect you to stay, and that's exactly what happened. And then when he parted ways with New England last year, it was just the perfect opportunity to now coach college football, as it's always been his dream to do so. So now that he has signed this contract, he becomes the oldest college football coach active-wise. Obviously,
75, baby. No,
he's 70. He's 72. 72.
That's it.
So, do you know who the second oldest head coach is, by chance?
Shit. Oh.
So I might know.
I think I know.
Who is this?
I feel good about my guess. Is it Kirk Ferentz?
It is. He is
That's who it
69.
was.
He's 69, the head coach of
Kirk
Iowa.
boy.
But get
I
this.
was
This is the
so
crazy
good.
thing about this. This is what's going to make your wheels turn and what's crazy to me. All you college football fans, listen. Listen to me right now. Me and you. Bill Belichick appointed Michael Lombardi as North Carolina's general manager. We now have general managers in college football, yes, because Bill Belichick is going to go down to the college football level and treat it like the NFL. Because now you have transfer portal, NIL, you basically have free agency in college football when the offseason occurs.
65? Sorry.
Who's 65?
Casey Keeler.
I guess. He's probably one of the ones up there.
He's third. I was actually gonna say him.
But if Bill Belichick wants to treat college at an NFL level, why did he leave the NFL in the first place? Why didn't he just stay in the NFL if that's how he was going to treat it? This is what Bill Belichick had to say. He said there's, quote, politics involved with the sport that he does not want to deal with. He said that. Hey, there's just too many politics in NFL. I don't want to deal with it. But now, Bill Belichick, since he's treating this as an NFL team, how do you think he does at UNC Chapel Hill?
Ooh. Oh, you want to go with me first? Oh, Puppy joined us. All right. We're gonna lean forward on this one. All right, gentlemen. This is what I got. Everything he said in the presser, with regards to how he's going to manage everything, how he's going to treat it like a program that is going to be a feeder type thing into the NFL. I love that. I love everything he had to say. I think he's going to be tired. He's not going to be the person that, at the end of the day, he's not going to be the person that's going to be sitting across from an 18-year-old scout, excuse me. He's not going to be like the, giving the scholarship. There you go. To an 18-year-old. It's not going to be him. He'll give like a call here and there. He'll say something here and there, but I'm not going to guess that he's going to be freaking recruiting his ass off like the way the young guys do. You know what I'm saying? His reputation is going to precede itself. So that being said, to answer that question, Connor, for the Davis Division, I'm going to tell you right now that the North Carolina Tar Heels, there's two things that are going to happen, in my opinion. They make the playoffs in 2 years because he's going to find himself a stud-ass quarterback. Manning is going to suddenly be there. Or you're going to end up seeing him leave short of his contract, very short of his contract, because suddenly the NFL comes beckoning and he's like, I want to break the all-time wins record.
That Don Shula host. But I do want to say one thing, Bruce. You said he might not be good with 18-year-olds.
No, I thought that's not at all what I said.
About giving scholarship. Well,
No,
not necessarily you said that,
that's
but
not.
you got to think.
That's not at all what I said.
He
Not all
might
I
be
said.
pretty
Not
good
all
with
I said.
college kids, considering
His
who
fucking
his girlfriend is.
Okay, fair. I see what you did there. I was gonna say it. I was gonna say it, but I was trying to keep it a little like somewhat serious for the first remarks, bro.
Okay, so I'm gonna start it off with if nobody was gonna say it, I was gonna say it. So thank you guys for that. Now I don't have to. So that's pretty nice. So with all Bill Belichick running this, going to basically run North Carolina like the NFL. I think he will have success. I give it 2 at most 3 years. He's going to make the playoffs. He's going to develop his guys. But the question, my biggest question I have right now is he going to run this like the NBA? Like, okay, his guys get 1 year, then they can go, or is he actually going to be like, all right, you guys have to stay for at least 3 years before you can even think about making that jump to the NFL. And I love that, and also I love what Bruce said about how he'll give maybe 1 or 2 guys the actual scholarship, but it's the name. It's the fact of, if I was an 18-year-old 5-star recruit and I see North Carolina as a team that offered me, and I see Bill Belichick as a head coach compared to quite literally anybody else in college football, respectively, I'm going to want to go to North Carolina based on the name, based on the fact of, oh, my coach could be the Bill Belichick, or who is arguably one of the best coaches ever. So,
well, so let's go with this. All right, to go off the best ever type stuff, you already have Michael Jordan as an alumnus of North Carolina. All right, so they're gonna always have top of the line shit all the time. Mm-hmm. So the kids are going to be like, oh my God, this is great gear. And believe me, I'd be like that too right now as a fucking 40-year-old. So that
they're getting $15 more million of NIL money just because Bill Belichick's their head coach now.
Exactly. Boom. There you go.
What? That's insane.
Oh, no, I remember what I was going to say. So one of the things, the feeder thing that you were talking about, Sai, actually, this is a really good point about how they are. So NCAA football requires players to stay at least 2 years active.
3 years removed.
Oh yeah, junior year. Thank you.
3 years removed, yeah.
So they require that, so which is fine, but this could turn into so it reminds me of the old school Kentucky with Calipari as the coach. Do you remember? I don't know if you guys are too young to remember.
Coach K, come on now, Bruce.
Yeah. So I think this is a situation where you could see a recruitment style similar to his, based off of, okay, listen, this is my pipeline to the NFL, buddy. Here you go. So that's what Coach K established down there in Kentucky. So this is going to be a similar situation, in my opinion, in North Carolina. What's absolutely hilarious about it, though, is Belichick's going to be like, I'm 50 years older than your girls, but I can still get them.
Yeah.
I do want to make a point, though. You have to think, now, I won't say the transition from NFL back to college is more difficult, but easily when college coaches become NFL coaches, I feel like that's the most difficult transition for sure. But, I mean, Bill O'Brien's doing great stuff at Boston College, so we can use him for example. But you have to understand.
I wouldn't call it great, but sure.
I would call it great.
No, Boston College is dog shit, Si. So
I watched SMU beat Mr. Bill O'Brien, who won't.
It has improved. It has improved with Bill O'Brien there.
Yeah,
so I would say he's done pretty great things as compared to what they're used to. But anyways, you can compare it to that. It is a different game. There is a different landscape with college football.
Of course.
So to say Bill Belichick can just go to college and just make the playoffs in 2 years, I think it's a pretty high standard to place on him. I just, even though we can say, hey, he's one of the greats or maybe the greatest head coach.
You better do it in 2 years, but it's going to be 74 in 2 years, dude.
There's just, how do you think, I mean, you can say that, hey, they'll make playoffs dudes. Do you think Bill Belichick is going to be able to get the game like that? It is a
Yes.
new game. Not even Dabo
No.
Sweeney, the winningest
100%
head
he'll be-
coach in ACC history,
Okay, you're
has
going
got
from
the game yet.
Okay, so I'll compare it like this. You're going from AP calculus to basically like 2 plus 2. No, maybe not. That's too dickheadish. You're going from AP calculus to down
Algebra
to
2.
algebra 2. Okay, that's even better. Well said. So
Thank
so no, I genuinely think that he'll be fine with that. I think the hardest thing that he'll have to I don't know, man. The hardest thing I think that he'll have to remember is he's working with like 18 to 22-year-olds. In other cases, like the dude from I think Utah that's like 50.
Cam Rising. Same
But-
high school class as Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah,
and look
dude,
how
it's
different they
wild.
are.
But no, anyway. But I think he has to remember that he's going to be working with 18, 19, 20-year-olds, 21-year-olds, as opposed to like 22 or 21, 22 to like close to 40-year-olds. So I think that's going to be a difficult thing because the immaturity factor is going to be there. Excuse me, and or the immaturity factor is going to be there in some cases, and I think that's going to be the hardest. The game is the game. I think he's going to be fine with the game. The X's and O's is going to be fine with. The issue lies in the immaturity factors that are going to be there, like planting flags on the 50-yard line or some shit like that.
Ohio State is trying to
Yeah, dude, I
pass
tweeted
up.
about
Make the
that.
law.
No,
That's-
dude. That is the biggest. I mean, I think Kenny is probably the one that signed off on that bill to be
Oh,
passed.
100% he did.
Oh, 100%. He saw that shit.
Oh, dude.
Happening.
He was
That's
like,
so soft.
oh my gosh, look at this. This is gonna be the next best thing for Ohio State. Oh my goodness, it's gonna be the thing that keeps Ryan Day here after this law is passed.
Ryan Day is like they already said like the athletic director already said that he's going to come back, but
Oh yeah, he'll be here. But I do want to ask, how do you think Bill Belichick will handle these 18-year-olds coming to and 17-year-olds in some cases going to UNC? Because me and my buddy were talking about it. He said if he goes to somebody's house to visit, not that he probably won't, but if he does to go visit like a 5-star prospect or something, he's going to be like looking at the parents and go, is he gonna effing sign or not?
no,
It's not even going to be like.
I'll let you run on that one first.
I'm just saying it's not even going to be like, oh, this is somebody I need. I think he could take a 1-star prospect and get the same production he would want out of somebody that's going to be 5 stars. I mean, that's just Bill Belichick.
I think it's going to be. I think Bill Belichick is going to be. I think it's going to be great for it. And to go back to your original comment though, real quick, and I know this is. I just remembered it too. Apparently, there are sources that have been out there saying that Belichick ended up looking into the Chicago Bears amongst other people. Your boy McDaniel, Jackson, speaking of. But they said that no, the Bears are going to be looking for a offensive-minded head coach. So therein lies the fact that, like what you said, Connor, the politics involved that Belichick may have talked about, including the trash ass McCaskey family. But anyways, he'll be fine. He's gonna be great with the kids. Like he's gonna be great with the kids. But no, he'll be fine. He'll just send his hot 24-year-old freaking girlfriend and be like, yeah, go do this for me. Okay.
Yeah, it's gonna be like, do you want somebody like her? Well, come to North Carolina because there's a bunch of them here. It's literally it sells, Bruce. It sells.
It really does. Be like, listen. If I can get this, imagine what you can get.
I think he's gonna be fine on that note, but like, okay, we do have my one other big thing that I have is he's got to be developing one of his assistant coaches or something along those lines because we know that he's not gonna be here for 10 years. I honestly wholeheartedly realistically 5 years, 5 to 6 years max is what I realistically see.
5 years. The contract's 5 years.
Contract's 5 years,
Mm-hmm.
even better. 5 years is all that Bill Belichick's got to basically lay the foundation of what he wants his ideal NFL pipeline program to look like.
Dude, he lays the foundation every night with a 20.
He yes, he does. But is he going to do that on his assistant coaches and his team? We don't know that yet. We don't know that yet.
But no, okay. So actually, I'm gonna expand on that a little bit, but because that's a great point, dude. While I do agree with development of coaches and coaching staff, you know damn well he's bringing his own staff, so it's not gonna matter who he wants to develop. It could be Joe Schmo, it could be Connor Davis, it could be fucking MJ Hurley. It could be someone, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter. They're going to end up finding like the next biggest thing because like I guarantee you though, North Carolina, he's going to do the same thing that Deion Sanders did to Colorado, but at a better platform in North Carolina.
I was just about to bring that up because the hype surrounding Coach Prime going to Colorado, I hated it so much. People were going, he's making the playoffs in his first year. He's doing this. He's doing that.
Yeah.
Dude could barely get past FCS Colorado State.
I said 2 years. I'm saying 2 years. He's going to be in the playoffs in 2 years.
I don't know if we can put that same standard on Bill Belichick. I mean, Coach Prime did a lot. His second year, they could have won. They were in position to win the Big 12. They got hit by the legend killer known as Kansas and got stomped out, but he was on pace to it. I wouldn't be surprised if Bill Belichick comes close in year 2 because of how weak the ACC is right now, especially how weak the ACC is right now. Oh, my gosh. And that championship made me salivating. Ooh, it was so
here he
nice
goes.
to watch.
Here he goes.
Speaking of salivating, I think, wifey put some pizza on that I wanted to eat. Let's go. Sorry. Home run in, bro. Home run in pizza.
Classic.
Speaking of home run pizza,
I'm
thinking we talk about
oh my God,
a home run of a contract. Let's go.
There we go.
For this one.
Oh my God.
There we go.
Juan Soto signs the biggest deal in sports history. A 15-year, $765 million deal was inked. The New York Mets signed Juan Soto on a deal that could go up to $805 million. He can opt out of this deal after 5 years. He cannot be traded due to the no trade clause in the 10-5 rule. I'm sure y'all know that if a player is active on a roster for 10 years and he plays for a team for the last 5, he cannot be traded to a certain team without his consent. So it has to be a consensual trade in that clause.
What's the sorry, kind of what do you remember or did you see what was it? Is there an opt out in 5 years? I couldn't remember.
Yeah, that was the first thing I said. He can opt out.
I'm sorry, I was looking at my bets.
That's fine. Okay, so you got the 10-5 rule. He can't be traded unless it's consent. But there's incentives to make more money. $500,000 dollars added to his contract, his already massive contract. If he wins his first MVP, if he wins an MVP after that, he gets $1 million added on to it.
Jeez.
With this contract, you're thinking, oh, Juan Soto's, he's worn number 22 his whole career. Is he going to be able to do that with the Mets? And the answer is yes. He's going to be able to do that with the Mets as Brett Beatty. Is his name Beatty? Is that how you pronounce it?
Brett Beatty. Yep.
Beatty. He had the number before that, but it's the Kirk Cousins and Kyle Pitts type deal. You have to buy out every single Beatty jersey there is in order to wear the number 22. And guess what? Juan Soto doesn't have to. The Mets are willing to do that for Juan Soto to wear number 22. They must really want this guy. Bruce sent us something in the group chat not too long ago. He's making $314,000 a game, $980,000 per week, $140,000 per day, $6K per hour, $97 for just sitting on the toilet for a minute, and $1.66 per second.
It's okay.
Excuse me.
You're all right.
Is it worth it for Juan Soto and the Mets?
For Juan Soto, fuck yeah, it's worth it. Shit. If I could be sitting there taking a dump and making $97 while I'm sitting there looking at TikToks, I'm 100% doing that. Or freaking sitting there beating my meat, 100%. Dude, come on. Like he stole money. And while yeah, he's a great talent, is he better than Shohei Ohtani? Fuck no, he's not. Shohei Ohtani is going to be pitching this year, and he's going to be a Cy Young candidate, but he's also going to be a part of a triple crown candidate. No, dude. Like so is it worth it for the Mets? Maybe from a publicity standpoint, yes. Okay, so they've made jackassy and dumbass contracts in the past. Bobby Bonilla, for instance. I said that before, and that was back in like what, the 90s and 90s, 80s, around there. So is it worth it for him? 100%. Is it worth it for the team? No, I don't think so, because you're basically like selling the farm for one guy, and yeah, you're able to push that money down the road. But I guarantee you, in 2026, we're gonna see this, guys. We're gonna see it cut off. All of a sudden, we're gonna have a lockout year.
All right. I'm gonna make this very just simple. The only way this contract works out for the New York Mets is if they win a World Series in the next 5 years, and if they built a team so that Juan Soto can go out and win MVPs and become one of the best players. Well, I should say not become, continue to be one of the best players in all of baseball for the majority of this contract. That is the only way you can get paid this much money and for it to succeed. There has to be championships. You are in a town where your crosstown rival is the New York Yankees, the team that Juan Soto was just on in the World Series last season. That New York Yankees. And Juan Soto came on his press conference. He's like, the only way we can define success is championships. That's why he's here. He knows he's going to be the reason why they win said championships. But he can't get injured right away. He has to stay healthy. If he's not hitting at least 290 with 30 home runs and playing average defense, it's disappointment on a contract. You can't expect to get this amount of money, the most money in all of history and all of Major League Baseball, and not have this high of a standard.
30 home runs. Can we go back to the early Can we go back to the Roy's era? Like, I'd rather go back to the Roy's era.
Barry Bonds.
Like hitting like fucking like 320 with like 70 bombs. Like, can we just go back to it? Anyway,
Soto's already a six-year MLB veteran.
I do
He's
want
already
to
won a
point
World
out
Series before.
the team he made a World Series with offered him $760 million in 16 years, and he didn't take it.
Oh,
even though he's been there. They offered him.
Oh, I did. I did see that, and I saw people burning jerseys and stuff. No.
But he has also not talked to his teammates. I don't want to say in New York, but his Yankee teammates since the World Series loss.
Yeah,
shocker. Yeah, but I also heard the security guards were assholes to his family too.
And he is a family man. He's a big family man.
Mm-hmm. So real quick though, I do want to touch on this because we don't have any owner in Chicago that's like this. So I don't know if you guys heard about Steve Cohen's, the owner of the Mets. It's Steve, right? Steve Cohen?
Yep.
The owner of the Mets had during his press conference said, "I don't care about the money. I care about making millions of people happy." When I heard that, dude, you guys, I was sitting there. I'm like, I should just rip all the Chicago shit off my wall and put up Mets stuff everywhere. Like, it must be nice to have an owner that actually cares about the product that they're trying to put out there on the field for the fucking fans. Steve Cohen, kudos to you. You know what? I retract what I said. God bless you, dude. I hope that you guys win the World Series for the next 25 years after, 10 years after the contract's done. You know why? Because you deserve it, because you actually want to help the fans out and not be a fucking asshole like Jerry Reinsdorf, like Ricketts family after they won the championship, because Reinsdorf and them decided to be like, hey, what's up, buddy? And that, like, Reinsdorf once again, like the amazing McCaskey family, and I can't. Is the Wirtz family for the Blackhawks? I don't know. I can't remember that shit. Anyway, all right, I'm done. I know. I always make it about Chicago because it's so fucking disappointing.
Well, wait till we get to the segment, Bruce, and you can
No,
rant all you want about Chicago.
I'm trying to like woosah a little bit with the Bears. So
you can still rant, but there's levels to it, right? You know, you can rant on a calm level.
Dude. Like Shrek's thing about onions.
What are you talking about, onions? He smells like onions?
No, bro. There's layers.
Yeah, there's layers to it. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. The layers.
Yeah, layers.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, jeez.
Anyways, what do you got next for us, Connor?
Homeowners insurance.
Erie Insurance says here's to the grown-ups who move, mortgage, mow, and still bust a move. But does your home insurance still fit? Erie helps you protect the home you've grown into, all at fair prices that are often less than the other guys. So how do you find the right coverage? Magic. Nope. Local independent agents who get to know you like this.
Your local Erie agent is Building Block Insurance Group. Get a quote today at 704-464-4544.
Erie Insurance.
And when you call Jeff Retepney at 704-464-4544, go ahead and ask him if he'll offer you as much money as the Mets did with Juan Soto in terms of insurance. Insuring over $700 million is a pretty good deal.
It's kind of nice. It's kind of nice. We might be biased, but we know Jeff can help you out.
I love me some more Tepney.
Oh yeah,
love me some more Tepney. Oh,
yes, sir.
But I did have something else before we get into the Chicago rant, Bruce. I thought you might would finish it off.
No,
the chaos, but MJ's not here, so we can't really get into too much chaos with us not being the passionate Golden State Warriors fans we are whenever we live 600 miles away from the nearest Golden State Warrior merch store.
No, what are you doing? Why you gotta do that to him, bro?
I know he was gonna do that. This is
I still need to make him mad from whenever we decide to do our Drew Brees versus all QBs segment. So I still need to keep him on like the edge a little bit so that
this is why he's doing it.
He'll be
okay,
mad.
I'll be honest with you, dude. It's not a very difficult thing to keep his ass on edge.
Have you seen him?
He's a big boy.
He is.
Oh, that's not what I was talking about. I'm talking about just him being fucking angry or annoyed at some point.
Oh yeah, no, very. Just start talking about just say the words Luka Doncic around him. He'll perk his head up like.
Yeah, but that's such such a fake bullshit thing. He knows he's good.
Yeah, he does that. He does that for the show. He does that for the show. It's all for the show.
Good.
He knows how good Luka Doncic is. I'm glad you brought up basketball, Sign.
Thank you.
Because now the semifinals of the NBA Cup is set in stone, and the Warriors did not make it.
Upset Central!
Upset Central by the
Houston Rockets out of nowhere put up a fight against the Warriors, and I'm going to pull the last 30 seconds of the game. We're going to watch it. I'm not going to put audio on it, but I will put audio on the Steve Kerr.
Hold on, I want to record to it because I can, former coach over here.
You can watch it, but I'm not. You can talk over it, Bruce. I'm not going to put audio on it because I don't want us to get copyright. But I will put audio on Steve Kerr because you need to hear what he says. So here is. I'm going to kind of give it a background. You got 30 seconds left of the NBA Cup. You win this, you make the semifinals. Golden State's up a possession.
Listen, I already like it right now. Look at this. So we got a dribble handoff. You don't even press play yet. We have a dribble handoff happening. I swear to God, I have not seen this yet. It's a dribble handoff. If there's no help off the defender that's giving the dribble handoff, there's a pull-up three. If there's an overhelp, he'll end up giving it back to the guy who's like handing the ball off to him. Go ahead. Oh, fake
the handoff.
Oh, right, that was nice.
But there's 26 seconds left, right? So you could pretty much in the
but
shot clock.
they had to go quick with it. They had to go quick.
Yeah,
with
you
that.
had to you had to
So
just
that way
to
you
just
got
to
to make them
cushion that lead.
defensive stop. Pull. I don't know.
Goal didn't get break.
So the ball gets lost on
rebound.
and right here, you would think, okay, they're going to call jump ball. There's two guys on the ball, one for Warriors, one for Houston. They called a loose ball foul.
Oh.
On which was it Kuminga on the ground? They called
Kuminga
a
and
loose
Draymond
ball
on the ground.
foul. Was it
Yeah,
Draymond
I
on
thought
the ground?
Draymond.
They called a loose ball foul on that. And now Houston is able to shoot free throws
Hold on, here we go. This is
and
better.
get the possession back.
I didn't watch this last night.
I didn't watch it either until I heard the rave about it.
That's kind of
how do you call a foul? Like, look at this. Now he's able to
Okay.
shoot free throws.
Hey,
He just tied up the game.
Stop. That's kind of weak. Oh no!
Yeah, nah. He got his arm like up around his head by his neck.
Yeah, but you know what though?
It's soft, but I can see where the
Yeah,
foul
it'll be
came
fun.
from.
But it's the question of
Wait, hold
when
on.
the game's on the line, how do you call that?
How about this? Why is Steph Curry shooting a step back 3-pointer, but the play before that to even have that even happen?
Well, you're about to see
Bad
Steph
shot
Curry
selection.
in this three. You're about to see how Steph Curry reacts to this because he's not open to get the ball. They
No.
pass it to someone else to take the three, and he misses wide. Like, it wasn't even
Yeah.
close.
Well, I don't like that. I don't like that play call. I don't know. I don't like that. But you know what, though? In my opinion, this is where you're missing Clay as the 1-2 punch. I'm sorry, you're missing another shooter out there at that point. In my opinion.
Now, I'm going to pull Steve Kerr's presser, but Steph Curry is like distraught. And I didn't want to bring up what Jack just said.
That's 100% accurate on that.
He's
100%
right, but for some reason, NBA players put more effort into the cup now than they do in the regular season.
Well, you saw it with the point total right there.
You just saw it right there. Exactly. You just saw it right there. But I'm going to pull what Steve Kerr has to say. I'm interested to see if you agree, what you think about it, honestly, your thoughts. But I'm going to play. It's only 2 minutes long, so we'll let it play out. We'll let everybody listen to it, give their own opinions. Who's ever watching, comment below whatever you think.
I'm gonna lose my bet.
I've never seen
I
a
didn't even
loose
play
ball
this
foul on a jump ball situation 80 feet from the basket with the game on the line. I've never seen that. I think I saw it in college one time, 30 years ago. Never seen it in the NBA. That is, unconscionable. I don't even understand what just happened. You know, loose ball, diving on the floor, 80 feet from the basket, and you're going to give a guy 2 free throws to decide the game when people are scrambling for the ball. Just give them a timeout. Give them a timeout and let the players decide the game. That's how you officiate, especially because the game was a complete wrestling match. You know, they didn't call anything. Steph Curry got hit on the elbow, plain as day on a jump shot, just clubbed right on there, no call. So you've established you're just not going to call anything throughout the game. It's a physical game. We're going to call it a loose ball foul on a jump ball situation with guys diving on the floor with the game on the line. This is a billion-dollar industry. You got people's jobs on the line. I am stunned. I am stunned. I give the Rockets credit. They battled back. They played great defense all night. But I feel for our guys. Our guys battled back, played their asses off, and deserved to win that game, or at least have a chance for one stop at the end to finish the game. And it's taken from us by a call that I don't think an elementary school referee would have made, because that guy would have had feel and said, you know what, I'm not going to decide a game on a loose ball 80 feet from the basket. I'm pissed off. I wanted to go to Las Vegas. We wanted to win this cup. And, we aren't going because of a loose ball foul 80 feet from the basket with the game on the line. I've never seen anything like it in my life, and that was ridiculous. Thank you.
He just storms out. And before you give your opinions, I do want to make this clear. He thinks that Golden State, even if they won that game, was a shoe-in to win it all. You still had the Bucks in it. You still had the Thunder in it. You still had 2 games to win before you won the NBA Cup. Based on what Steve Kerr said, give me your opinions on the whole thing. Bruce, you can go first.
All right. So I've been in situations coaching basketball for like not obviously not that level, but coaching like high school basketball for years. And I get the thought process of being angry right away and being super emotional, because I guarantee you that as soon as like if I was like given a mic or whatever right away after a basketball game or after a football game of coaching or whatever, I'd be really pissed off and I'd be saying some shit. However, the one thing that I would always remind my guys about is that is not the singular play that lost us this basketball game or football game. I always believe that. And the previous play, again, having Steph Curry, who is the best shooter in NBA history,
Facts.
shooting a step back 3 when you're down by 1 fucking point. And
you're not down, Bruce. You're winning by 1 point.
Were they? Oh yeah, they were winning.
You're
Sorry.
up 1 point. I would have.
You're winning. Okay, but here's the thing, though. You even had the offensive rebound. Why don't you, as a coach, you should be burning the timeout. If you see him struggling right there, burn that timeout instead of him fucking like flinging the ball over. I don't know, man. I get why he's upset. I get why he's mad, because he felt it was a wrong call. Was it a foul? Yeah, it was a foul. Was a situation it was like one that it should have been called. I do agree with him on that part, but dude, leading up to it, you're like I said, you're having the best 3-point shooter in NBA history, shooter in NBA history, shooting a step back 3 while you're up by 1 fucking point, and then you're getting an offensive rebound. Just burn the fucking timeout if you got it. I don't know, man. I don't agree with how he's trying to place the blame completely on the refs. And I think this is part of the reason why the NBA has gotten fucking soft. Like, just don't be a bitch about it. Take accountability. You fucked up. You should have done something better. End of story. Somebody else is going to bring home that bullshit trophy. That's it.
I really don't have anything else to say, because Bruce basically said everything I wanted to say, but it's almost unexcusable that you're blaming this so much on the refs. Like, yet the play design, the fact that you are having, I get it, Steph Curry, best shooter. Why are we shooting a step back 3 when you're up 1? I get it. You wanted to probably dagger it, have a 2-possession lead, but it's this thing called you could have just drove into the paint, went to the rim, try to get a foul if that's how we're playing, or you could have just held the ball until the last 3 seconds. They have the shot clock up until that last 3 seconds. You could have just held it, wait till the last 5 to 10 seconds, run a very quick play. You don't just the design and the execution wasn't there. The fact that should have been a jump ball, no, that was a foul. I know, Steve Kerr, you're salty, you're mad, but you put your guys into that situation, and then you're going to try to find the easy way out. It's not how we do it.
I'm not gonna blame it. I'm not gonna blame it on the refs. I think the best approach was either do a shot clock violation, because if you do a shot clock violation, guess where the Rockets are going to get the ball? In their back court. They would have to travel almost the whole distance of the court in 3 seconds and probably shoot a half-court shot.
Agree. I'm gonna lose this fucking bet because it's pouring rain in San Francisco for whatever reason. Anyway,
what are the chances they make the chances of making a free throw and winning the game is a whole heck of a lot more likely than making a half-court shot to win the game.
Of course, I agree 100%. Like, it's just, I don't know. Again, I just think that the plays leading up to it, and I didn't watch the full game, so I can't really speak to that, but I think the plays leading up to that moment that I saw by like our replay right there that you put on, Connor. Thank you. It could have been better. I'm sorry. It could have just been better. Like, just be a better coach then. And I'm not saying he's a bad coach. Just in that particular moment, I don't think that he was as strong as he usually is. That's it. End of story. Can we talk about real quick? Can we talk about Trae Young yesterday? What he did to the Knicks? Did you guys see that? Real quick,
Roll the dice on the Knicks logo.
I love that.
Love that.
He's like,
that was great. He looked at his guy. He looked down, rolled that shit. Looked at his homie, dapped him up. Like,
dude,
that's how we do it. That's
you
how
know
we do it.
But so that type of shit that he's doing every time he goes to New York and he plays New York is what the NBA needs. It needs like these storyline type, like guys that genuinely don't like, they appreciate the arena. And like he even said it afterwards, I respect New York fans, but that's what the NBA needs. That's why it's fallen off, because like everybody played AAU together. Everyone's like dapping up, like, what's up, man? Yeah, man. It's great to see you, dude. You're a great shooter. You're great at everything, blah, blah, blah. Sometimes, you know, what's kind of nice is saying, fuck you. I'm going to whoop your ass on the court. And I'm going to say afterwards, hey, man, let's grab a beer. Because whenever I played my friends that I knew at other schools or other areas or whatever, I wanted to win. I want to whoop their ass. They weren't my friend. I wanted to lock you down and score as many points as I possibly could on you, or beat you, or freaking lay your ass out in football. That's what I wanted to do. Like, we just lost sight of that. So kudos to him. And dude, that's the reason why freaking Ant's one of my favorite players in the NBA right now too, is because that motherfucker's like, you know what? Fuck you. I'm gonna whoop your ass and I'm gonna dunk on you and teabag you at the same time. I don't know. Like, it's getting better. But like, you need to harness like some of the guys, like some of the little like different areas a little bit more. And I think they need to be better at marketing some of the storylines with it, so to speak. You know what I'm saying?
Market their personality.
Right.
Let these guys' personality shows.
Perfect side.
And then you see how much more interesting it is. Easiest act. Don't market their skill. If you're in the NBA, you got skill. We don't give a fuck about that. What's your personality? Who are you as a person? What do you think they did? Market that.
What do you think they did? Like right now, like I could send Connor a freaking like the NBA on NBC preview from the 90s, back when like Jordan was like talking shit to like Charles Barkley or something like that. Like he'd be like or whatever it goes, and he's like Michael Jordan was saying how Charles Barkley, Sir Charles, is like a bitch. You know, and Charles Barkley responded with "fuck you," or obviously he didn't say that, but like it was like they brought like a cinematic type thing to it, whereas like they don't do it as much now, and it's not as
yeah.
And I don't want to say it like this either, because like while whatever, it kind of like brought that, I don't know, someone said it like brought a sense of like community to your to the team that you're rooted for or cheer for or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because like as soon as I hear someone like talking shit to like, all right, I'll give the best example that I can that'll be like a little bit more comparable for you guys. Joakim Noah back in the day with the Chicago Bulls said like, what's good about Cleveland? I'm not going to go to vacation. Who vacations there? Who goes there? Who gives a fuck? Like he just didn't care. Like that was probably the closest thing that I could say right now that like you guys could like probably like relate to. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what, like who the fuck goes to Cleveland anyways? Who cares?
Nobody.
I would like to say though, you can't really do. You're kind of advertising that the content back in the 90s should be almost replicated or emulated today, but there's a slight problem whenever the NBA has gotten so soft and you receive a tech if you blow on a player while he's dribbling the ball.
Excuse me? Okay, there you go.
That kind of not.
We don't need to know that one.
You
don't need to give an example.
Okay.
Get your head out the gutter, Bruce.
Never.
But you see what I'm saying? Like, it would be nice to have Draymond Green punch Jordan Poole once more. While he's on the Wizards.
Yeah.
No, he did, and that was probably the best content we've received since LeBron and Steph finals.
Just bring back just bring that part back. Bring some of that fun back. you see, like, you know what makes like the NBA on TNT and like Charles Barkley, Kenny Smith, what's his face? God, Shaq and wow, I'm forgetting his name. I can't remember the host.
I don't know who we haven't named, so I can't really be helpful on this.
It's Kenny Smith. Hold on, it's Kenny Smith.
Ernie Johnson, right?
Ernie Johnson. My God, Bruce.
Yeah,
Wait,
Ernie.
my bad.
I had
My
to
bad,
think
Ernie.
for a
Sorry,
second
buddy.
too.
But like, you know what makes them entertaining is the authenticity behind what they do. It's hilarious. It's fun. It's like talk shit to one another, and like they still do it to like obviously a lesser degree in a PG-13 way, but it makes it like okay that you can still see that competitiveness. Like Shaq's always talking shit to Charles Barkley, saying like, "Brother, you ain't got no rings," and then Charles Barkley be like, "You're a knucklehead." Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's fun. It's like it's a good, like, you could feel that like still competitiveness that they have. But are you going to see the same thing? Like like as much as I talk shit and hate about Draymond Green, and I've told MJ this, I actually don't mind him because like he's the most controversial player in the NBA, and he is soft compared to what Dennis Rodman was, compared to what like Ben Wallace it was, compared to like what some of these other guys were like back in like the 2000s and the 90s and stuff like that. It's just like, come on, man. Like they need to find a way to, like, to Connor's point, bring back hand checking. Like bring back hand checking. Like that's how I play defense. I like to give a little hand check. Like get the that whoa that was a little weird.
Oh.
Whoa. See, I caught it, so I called myself out on it first. So fuck all of you. But you know what I'm saying? Like, get that hand check. Like, be able to like, push off people, a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I just think that it should go back to what Connor was saying. Like I said, like go back to being letting NBA defense be defense and not just being like, okay, go back to go ahead.
I mean, you wonder why we saw back in 2016 the greatest offense in Golden State, and now every offense is able to have those exact numbers that we thought were impossible back in 2016. It's because of the way defense is being played, and why what they're not allowed to do anymore.
It's a copycat league too, though. But it's a copycat league, though, and I think what they did was expand on the Mike D'Antoni offense, and where they had to shoot in the first 7 seconds of the shot clock. And then, so that way they would be like, get the most opportunities to shoot. So technically speaking, if you shoot, what an idiot. If you shoot more shots, technically, hopefully more will go in. So that's how they played back in the day with the Suns, with the Steve Nash and the Stoudemire, Marion, Barbosa, and I can't remember the fifth, but put up as many threes as you can, put up as many shots as you can, and go from there. And then they ended up evolving a little bit to what you were just alluding to, with the Warriors shooting threes and being able to. And I think it was what's the college team? Grinnell. I think it's Grinnell that doesn't shoot anything.
Yep. Grinnell. It's Grinnell.
It doesn't shoot anything inside the 3-point line. Just jacks up threes and lets the other team shoot layups. I don't know. It's just. It could be better. It could be better. It could be better. What have you done to my game?
I think that's the perfect way to end that. That'll be like Bruce will say that, and then the outro screen will come out, and then
that's perfect.
It's just perfect. But Bruce, if you want to continue ranting, we didn't get to touch on it last week. What's Chicago doing? Eberflus is done after the secret contract extension.
Well, all three of you guys can stay on this one. Well, it wasn't a secret contract extension. However, you did see that it is true. He got a longer contract. Like I said, you guys, all three of you could have stayed on.
Well, I wanted to pull this up so I knew where to cut.
So see, now you fucked me up. But no, it's fine.
Take two. That's
take
crazy.
two. Take two. Ready? Action. So Eberflus ended up getting a longer contract that people didn't know about than Ryan Poles. So how are you going to give a contract to a coach first, which they did, and then bring the GM in on a shorter contract, and then bring in a president of operations that the GM was originally told that he'd be reporting to the owner directly, and then implementing a system saying like, no, you're going to end up talking to the president of operations instead of being able to talk to me right away. It was just it's the same thing that everyone's seen in Chicago since 1985 for 40 years, going on 40 years now. It's a trash it's a trash franchise. It is absolutely abominable what they've done to the Hallis name. George Hallis, God bless your soul. I'm utterly disappointed in what they do. There's two names out there, Ben Johnson and Mike Vrabel, that to go to the Bears. I actually do have a favorite. I'll flat out tell you that right now. I do have a favorite. I won't share it with you because actually I want to share it next week when MJ jumps on with us again when he comes back, because I kind of want to talk to him about this too. Fuck it, I'll do it right now. Originally I was like, okay, Ben Johnson, offensive system, blah blah blah. You know what? Like, I'm kind of done with the first year head coaches, the new hot offensive coordinator that's super smart. Like, we've seen that with Mark Trestman. We've seen that. Okay, so Mark Trestman was the innovator of what? Oh, nice. That's you guys. So Mark Trestman originally was like a huge innovator of offense and this, that, and the other. Where do you end up going back to? The Canadian Football League. Get the fuck out of here. All right. We saw with Matt Nagy. Matt Nagy was like the off of the branch off of the reed tree. Oh yay! Like that guy's going to be an innovator of offense. Everything's, and this is not taking away the system, because honestly, I think it's a systematic problem, but from ownership on down, that like 100%. So they always hiring nice guys. Everyone needs to be nice. Everyone has to be like, the newest and like the greatest and everything like that. The only coach in recent memory that they've actually hired that was not a coordinator first was John Fox. And that was the last time John Fox coached in the NFL, was for the Chicago Bears, because that shit was his golden parachute. He took that money and was like, I am out of here, and go fuck yourselves, McCaskey family, because they're idiots, because he was a nice guy. So we fast forward now to 2024, and hopefully they've learned their lesson and they understand that, like, hey, we need to buck the trend. And who I want, and I don't think they're going to hire him, I want Vrabel. I do. I want Vrabel. I want somebody that's going to verbalize like how things are fucked and how things are like you should be better. I want someone to put people in their place in that locker room, because I think they need it. Because you had Jalen Johnson being a fucking bitch after a game. What'd you say?
Still is, but
yeah, he's an amazing talent. Like, don't get me wrong. Like,
but that man needs to be put in his place.
If I saw him on the street and he's like, and like happened to like see our shit, I guarantee he wouldn't. But whatever. And like he all of a sudden like was like, he's like, what the fuck you say? I'm like, hey man, I'm sorry. I would totally say sorry, but at the same time, like, dude, you gotta put you gotta like, what happened on that the second run play or second touchdown and that run play against the 49ers, dude? How come you were like, go ahead? I would say that. I think he's an amazing talent. He's one of the best cornerbacks in the NFL. However, what the fuck? So that being said, like he wouldn't be yelling at Vrabel. I'm going to tell you that right now. He would not be yelling at Vrabel. And countless others. I think DJ Moore would be called out, because once he got that contract, suddenly he's not producing. Or suddenly doesn't decide to run routes. And he's a great guy. And I actually do think he's a stud too. But here we are. All right, we'll continue this trend. Keenan Allen, you bald motherfucker. I get it. You're old. Like, whatever. Me too. Congratulations, bald. All right. Catch the damn ball. All right, let's continue down this road. The most mature person in that locker room right now, and you see it during the press conferences, is Caleb Williams. It is 100% Caleb Williams.
Paint your nails, no.
I'm sorry. That's fine. I don't give a shit. Like, paint your nails. But guess what? He's the most mature person in that locker room currently right now, and he's handling everything better than any of those players are right now. You know why? Because he's like, all I want to do is win. Do the other players want to win? Does the whole franchise want to win? Like, I really hope to God that this franchise, this trash ass poverty franchise, has not broken this young man, because if he went anywhere but Chicago, he'd be breaking more records. He'd be breaking records. That's probably the best way to put it.
Yeah.
Can I make a point, Bruce?
I also have like 3 things
No,
I'm going to say.
no, I don't want to hear some bullshit point about how Jaden Daniels is better.
No,
than
this is nothing to do with Jaden Daniels.
I also don't have any
This
bullshit
is nothing
points.
to do with Jaden Daniels. This is nothing to do with Jaden Daniels. I'm going to make a point because there is because of a power trip mentality.
Agreed.
You see it with the Bears owners. You see it it's in New Orleans as well. I'm not just saying that this happens throughout the league. There is not a two-way street or a double standard when it comes to handling business as business. You just said earlier, they want to elevate people because they're friends or their family or you're just such a good guy. Business should be business. If you're going to treat business on any level below the front office, it needs to be a double standard above it. And that is not how these teams are treating it. They are treating business as, I'm not these players, so you make this much money. Okay, we're going to start you. You're the business, whatever. That's fine. You treat it like business with the players. Why not when it comes to your coaches? And I hate that. Do a coach search. Quit elevating people. There needs to be a two-way street and a double standard when it comes to business. You cannot promote and elevate your family because they're a nice guy. I don't want to ever hear somebody say, oh, this head coach, he's a nice guy. He's this, that, and the other. If he could be anything, but if he knew how to coach football, I want him on my team. I don't care. He could be the worst person I have ever met in my life. He could spit on my shoe. But if he got me a Super Bowl, I would have him spitting on every pair of dang shoes I owned because he won my team a Super Bowl. He brought a Super Bowl to my city.
I'm going to say one quote. and I want you to look this quote up, and I guarantee you're going to be – and, like, actually – oh, Connor's going to know this guy. He'll know this guy right away. But I don't know if he would know it off this quote. Here's your IQ, pal. That's all I got to do, and that's all he did. He coached
I had to guess probably like Mike Ditka or something.
Yeah, dude.
He wouldn't know. He wouldn't know.
He would know. And, like, yeah, okay, like – he may not have a different opinion of Ditka than I do, but I also think the Saints fucked themselves over by trading their whole draft class for Ricky Williams. But we don't need to.
Mike Ditka did that. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I know, and they shouldn't have ever put him in charge of like the.
He had freaking Joe Biden cirrhosis.
What?
He had like dementia. I swear. He had something to make that dang trade.
What did you just say?
You can't tell me.
My ears just
You can't tell me a famous quote is, here's your IQ, pal, when you don't use IQ when you go and draft.
I will say, though, if you look at the difference between how he interacted in press conferences with the Bears and then when he went to the Saints, I was like, ooh. He
didn't care in New Orleans.
Yeah, no.
He didn't care.
Again, golden parachute, John Fox. All right, Si, what you got? You said you were.
I have two things real quick I would like to ask. This is towards you, Bruce. I trust your opinion when it comes to this. Number one, Ryan Poles. How long or short is his string now that Eberflus is gone? And the second one is Thomas Brown is not the answer, but would he stick around and be the next offensive coordinator, or would he go find a home somewhere else?
Man, good. All right, great questions. Great questions. I think the decision, and I haven't talked to anybody about this yet. I should probably send some texts out and some feeler messages, but I would think. All right, we'll go opinion. Ryan Poles has actually missed on more of his acquisitions, for lack of a better way to put it, than he has hit on any of them. he's famously quoted, and I say famously because it was on ESPN, it was on Hard Knocks for a little bit, I think, too. Whatever. And then he ended up saying, quote, "It's gonna be tough to make this team." All right. Is it? Is it a team that has only won 4 games? All right. So okay, so then we'll look into the other perspective and see what he did with. Are you okay? What are you doing? Can you lay down? We'll look at it from the other perspective. He did have the trade that got the Bears DJ Moore, also got the Bears Caleb Williams, also got the Bears Tyreek Stevenson, whom also I say, by the way, I am totally okay with the Chicago Bears keeping him and taking him on, but I think his confidence is gone. I think there's an accountability factor that has to be put in place with him, and somebody just call him out on his bullshit. However, I do think he's still a good corner. All right, that said, I don't know, man. I'm like a 55-45 type thing with Ryan Poles. 55, like, okay, like probably 50-50, maybe 51-49. 51, like I get his ass out. 49%. All right, let's keep him. Like, I'm not like as mad at him as I am the system that the McCaskies have set up. Because if you brought on a GM saying that, all right, you're going to be reporting directly to the owner of the Chicago Bears, and like we trust you, and then all of a sudden they bring in like Kevin Warren, and from all indications and from the people that I've talked to and text messages that I've gotten, which aren't many, he takes away a lot of the things in that room, and like has like the press conference that when they fired Eberflus, there's no reason for Kevin Warren to talk for 8 minutes straight. He shouldn't even been there. You're the president. You're supposed to be the one bringing a stadium to Chicago, a new stadium to the Chicago Bears. Shut the fuck up. Let the GM handle the player aspect. You handle the business aspect. And the McCaskies, go own the fucking team and go on your yachts, fuckers. Idiots. All right, anyway. Your second point, Thomas Brown. I actually do like Thomas Brown a lot. The crazy thing is, and I was actually looking at this, he gets a lot of bullshit about the Panthers, like, oh, he wasn't able to do anything for God, why is his name slipping me? The freaking rookie, not a rookie, he's a second-year player. No, yeah, second-year player on the Panthers. What the fuck was his name? Or is his name?
Bryce Young?
Bryce Young. I was going to say Brees. Ah! Oh, man. Someone's drinking
No way.
Someone's drinking too much. All right, anyway. So Thomas Brown only had offensive coordinating, like play calling abilities for 4 games. That was it. And people are freaking out, talking crap, saying like, "Oh my God, like he didn't do anything for Bryce Young, like blah blah blah, like this, that, and the other." It's like, no, dude, like he only had play calling for four games, and then Eric Reich, or I think it was Eric Reich, took back over play calling duties after he relinquished them, and then took them back. So relax. Like when it comes to the development aspect. To answer your question though more directly, no, he's not going to be a part of the staff next year. The only way I could see it even be conceivably possible if Vrabel, like, and I say Vrabel, assuming that Vrabel, the defensive minded head coach, decides to come back, and they want to, the McCaskies end up putting their hand into the fucking cookie jar again and say, we want Caleb to have some consistency here, so we're going to make sure you stay on the staff, but we're going to hire a new coach, and we're not going to allow that coach to pick that offensive coordinator. So they're going to continue the bullshit.
I do want to ask something briefly before we get into the next segment.
Shoot.
If you want a defensive-minded head coach like Vrabel in Chicago, and your whole thing is, I want to produce Caleb Williams, why bring in somebody like Vrabel? I know he's a very good candidate for the next head coach, as do I want him in New Orleans. Why not bring an offensive-minded head coach like maybe Ben Johnson? The way he's been doing with Jared Goff has been fantastic this season.
You're right.
Why not give the best scenario for Caleb Williams to find success in Chicago?
Dude, great question. I don't disagree with you. I actually think Ben Johnson's done a tremendous job with the Lions. However, the Lions also built their team with an offensive line. Jared
And
Goff.
defensive.
Go
Well, I
ahead.
can't say really. Never mind.
No, he was a tight end.
There was a defense kind of feel
Correct.
to it, but yeah,
So no. So real quick, so I actually don't mind Ben Johnson. I actually think Ben Johnson is an amazing offensive mind. However, I am of the mindset now. I've seen like the amazing offensive minds, like I've saw like Matt Nagy, like Mark Trestman. I already talked about this earlier. Like I've seen all that. All right, we can go as far back as Gary Croton, the Gary Croton offense. Look at that. Check out that offense. Like I'm just tired of like giving the Gary Croton wasn't a head coach though, but I'm just tired of giving offensive coordinators like the first time, like whatever. I'm at that point now where I'd much rather to see a head coach that has proven himself. How about this? Ryan Tannehill hasn't done shit in the NFL until unless it was with Vrabel. Am I correct?
Correct.
Mike Vrabel also has I think it was like 55-45 record as a head coach with a quarterback is, I'd say maybe probably in the top 20, top 25 ranked in the NFL.
he wasn't a good quarterback, but I see your point, Bruce. If you want to find somebody that had success in a run game and produce a quarterback, why bring Vrabel in?
Yeah,
because I understand you can say, okay, well, Vrabel can bring in the right people to produce Caleb Williams. But you have a guy who's great at defense, who had a great running game in Tennessee. That's what Vrabel knows. If you bring in a guy that already knows the run game, he's probably going to try to make the run game better. Am I wrong in that assumption?
Not necessarily.
Yes. I'm not going to say, okay, I won't say wrong. However, I will say there comes a certain aspect to it that allows an environment to be cultivated to help everything else prosper. You know what I'm saying? So so the famous quote right here in the Chicagoland area right now is a leader of men. And listen, Ben Johnson might be an amazing leader. Like I don't know. Like his play calling XOs and stuff like that, phenomenal. Whatever, it's fine. However, there's a proven track record with Mike Vrabel. So I want proven track record right now. And don't get me wrong, this is not a situation where I'm like, oh man, this is like the end all be all. I need Mike Vrabel. No, it's not like that. I want the Bears to go against the fucking grain for once and not hire. And I don't know if Johnson's a nice guy or not. I want them to go. I want them to get the fucking asshole. I want them for once to bring in the guy that's going to ask questions and talk shit and say, I disagree to this. I want that back. I want that because if you look at the history of any Chicago sports, they had that. Phil Jackson, you had that with Joe Madden, you had that with fucking I don't know, Ozzie Guillen. You had that with just a multitude of like NBA, a multitude of coaches who led professional sports in the city of Chicago because they bucked the trend against the front office because they were assholes. They ended up getting let go, obviously. Go figure. But they brought a championship. So I want, hopefully, this franchise to understand that, like, yeah, it is what they're going to go for Ben Johnson. They are. I genuinely think they're going to go after Ben Johnson. However, I think Mike Vrabel is going to be a very, very nice, like, I guess, like, prize or what's the word? Compensatory
consolation prize.
Consolation. There you go. Thank you. It's going to be a nice consolation prize.
I don't hate the Ben Johnson move, but I honestly kind of like it more so than bringing in Mike Vrabel for Chicago.
No, and I get that. I seriously, I get that too. I really understand that thought process. I don't think that that's a wrong move to make. I don't. But I also want somebody that's going to be able to tell people to shut the fuck up. And I don't know, and I know that's you're going to get that with Vrabel. I don't know if you're going to get that with Ben Johnson. And I think that's where I'm questioning that. You know what I'm saying?
If you're looking for a culture change, Bruce,
Nice.
maybe changing to a culture that Ben Johnson can establish, that might not be Mike Vrabel's culture, could still be the move. It doesn't necessarily have, you don't have to change it to, oh, shut the heck up, you need to get out of here, F you, F this. Maybe Ben Johnson brings a culture to Chicago that's worth looking for.
But it's an accountability aspect. And I don't know if the accountability aspect would be there with it.
And maybe neither did Tennessee when they hired Vrabel. He had 1 year in Houston pretty much. He was his defense in Houston, and it was like, okay, and get this, division rival to Tennessee.
But are you seeing a proven track record though?
But you did, but it was one defensive coordinator stint. It was one and done, and he was a head coach. And now you're looking at it, you can say the same thing with Ben Johnson. Okay, he's proven it.
Fair.
There's a stint in Detroit where it's success.
But you're also seeing currently, but you also have to look at it from the perspective of, I have seen a multitude of offensive coordinators or offensive-minded coaches come into Chicago.
But you also just saw a defensive-minded one that left. So you got to keep that in mind too.
Yeah, correct.
You just had that there.
So that goes back to my other point too of it's a systematic problem. It's a top problem. It's not.
I agree. I agree. 100%. I agree. But you know what? I couldn't agree more. Oh wait, you got it, Si. You got it.
I was just gonna add in real quick. I'm gonna make this very simple. This is my take. As long as there is a head coach, an offensive coordinator that can make Caleb Williams the best quarterback in the NFL, that is the only thing that Chicago Bears should be worrying about.
No, I agree.
The defense can figure itself out. The offensive weapons figure itself out.
It doesn't matter who it is. If it's a defensive mind, if it's an offensive mind, if it's a special teams coordinator, I don't give a fuck. Like if as long as they're able to maximize the ability of the quarterback position, that's it.
I get this, Jack, but he was a coordinator for 1 year, and usually coordinators are the people that become the head coach next. You don't hire a linebackers coach as the next head coach for your franchise. So let's keep that in mind, buddy. He was a coordinator for 1 year.
Buddy, wow, Jack.
Buddy. Wow.
I get that. I could coach for 1 year, or 7 years too. That doesn't mean I'm going to be a head coach the year after. I just wanted to show that he had proven a lot in 1 year. It was enough for Tennessee.
Unless you're the Bears, and you have an offensive or you have a passing game coordinator, and then promote him to an offensive coordinator, and then promote him again to a head coach. In 3 weeks.
The Bears.
But you know what promotion I'm looking forward to the most, Bruce?
Oh, of course. Car insurance.
Car insurance.
Here's to the grown-ups. Your car is now your office. Stage, nursery. Sorry. Erie Insurance offers products that lots of other companies don't. That's a big deal. And it's a good deal, too. And with Erie, you get your own independent agent, not a giant corporate call center or some online robot. You meet with a real person like this.
Your local Erie agent is Building Block Insurance Group. Get a quote today at 704-464-4544.
Erie Insurance.
And when you call Jeff Hortepney at 704-464-4544, let him know that Third Down Thursday TDT Media sent you, and also tell him that the Packers are going to lose in the first round of the playoffs.
Bang!
Dang. At least they make the playoffs.
I almost drifted a Packers jersey today, guys, but it was too big on me. And I didn't know the player.
Shocker there. Shocker.
I know. Shocker. A Packers jersey in the wild in Texas for $10.
Shocker.
I have Packers merch.
Hey, Si.
Yes, sir.
How worn out are those knee pads down there, buddy?
So worn out. Hey, y'all are so lucky. So look at me. Get that off the screen. Look at me in the face. Look at me, guys. It's just you and me. It's just you and me. You wish he was here. You wish he was here. I wish he was here. I wish he was here. I don't use knee pads. We don't even need pads around here. He's got all the weight I need.
God.
He's got all the weight I need. We're built different. Yes. We are built different.
We don't need
We don't need knee pads.
we don't need knee pads
different.
down here.
We're built different. Put it on a shirt.
He's
on
got
that
him
note,
built in, Bruce.
practice. You know that y'all have seen him slam me on the bed before. I hate to break it to you.
Whoa!
I hate to break it to you guys. I hate to break it to you guys. We do this. We practice.
Oh
And
my
I don't-
God,
yeah,
bro.
yeah. We want entertainment? I'll give y'all entertainment.
my God.
I'll give y'all entertainment.
I don't know if this is something I'd want on my digital footprint.
Well, that's okay.
God, that was awesome. Oh my God.
Hey, stay with your chest. Or your knees. Or everything.
Oh,
Digital footprint this, digital footprint that.
oh man.
Sound fun. Sound fun.
Oh my gosh.
Oh
He's
man.
having a long week.
I'm not even lying. I'm crying. That was funny.
Oh my goodness.
Good. Entertainment. Do we want
Hey.
entertainment? I got y'all. I
Hey,
got y'all.
hey, sorry, I needed that, bro. That was good.
Thank you. Thank you.
Is Kenny in the background?
Kenny's
Oh, no,
in the
Kenny-
back.
Kenny's been
He's
here
waiting
for
for
weeks.
his.
Kenny out here. Get Kenny.
He's waiting for his introduction.
Oh, my bad. All right,
I'm
I got you.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Let's get serious now. Let's get serious.
Okay,
Wow.
guys.
All right, real quick. We're bringing on the man, the myth. Everyone's the man, the myth, the legend themselves here in TDT Media, Third Down Thursdays. But I'm going to tell you right now, this guy knows the most about college football. He's a Big Ten legend, the Ohio State Buckeye. Coach Kenny, bring him on. I was going to talk shit, but I was like, let's not do it.
It's been a
How's it
going, guys?
been a long couple weeks for him.
Kenny, I ain't going to lie,
They
man.
deserve all the shit talk. I get it.
I was going to say some shit, but I decided not to do it.
It's okay, Jack.
I get it. It's been a rough couple weeks, but at least Ohio State is in the playoffs. And Connor, how's your team doing?
Ooh.
Hey, they're in the playoffs, and my other team's in the playoffs.
Team, your
I'm-
Yeah,
team.
your other team's in the playoffs. Yeah. Hey, my other team's
Hey,
in
at
the
least
playoffs.
my team
but
can
your
plant
team
flags
isn't.
on the 50-yard line.
Yeah, it's because they don't know.
At least-
they don't know
at
where the
least his
50-yard
team can
line
win
is,
games.
Connor. So
Here we go.
Mississippi State hasn't crossed the 50 yet this season. So
It's okay. And you broadcast them. You should know.
Hey,
Oh, I do,
they
and I
might-
call
hey,
the 50-yard line quad.
UMass don't
Kenny.
count, baby. UMass don't count.
They might have crossed the 50 at the Egg Bowl, bro.
no, because Ole Miss is way better than them. But yeah, anyways, I digress. Yeah, that team up north shouldn't have won that game, but here we are. So
And now they get to play Alabama in the Relia Quest Bowl and get their brains blown out.
Yeah,
Backs and
I'm
brains.
looking forward to that. Roll Tide for sure.
I'm surprised you're not rocking an Alabama
Flip that.
jersey, Kenny.
I gotta
I know. Why
I
don't
gotta
you have an
do that.
Alabama? Oh, wait, he's got an
'Cause it-
Army jersey on?
This is the
Oh,
Army
yeah.
jersey this week.
Sure, you should.
Okay, he gets a pass.
Come on, executive producer. What are we doing?
He gets a
What are we
pass.
doing?
Fair.
But I can go get the Bama jersey if you want. But I thought I'd rock the Army jersey. I didn't.
No, it's-
Navy's is white.
You
I
can
didn't want
rock
to
it
get
next
mustard on
week.
it for dinner, so
Stay
I wore the black Army.
Dude,
I gotta
all
wear
right,
my
so like,
Clemson
no
next week.
joke. My intro for you, like I was gonna say so much more. I thought about the beard. I thought about like the gear, like I thought, you know what I'm saying? I was everything, and then like out of nowhere, it was like it was a buffer moment. My
My
brain,
bad.
I wanted to talk shit, and I was like, you know what? Don't be that guy. Let's just bring him on.
Yeah, no, like I say, it's all good. It's you don't beat a team for 4 years, and all of a sudden you kind of deserve the shit talk. So I know it well as a Bears fan, not beating the Packers ever. So
Ever. And hey, Kenny, not ever beating a team since 2021 on the road either on a Sunday. So let's put that out there too.
yeah, I mean, so good company. But at the end of the day, Buckeyes are still 10-2, still headed to the playoffs. So can't really
At least
complain
you have
about
a
a whole
team,
lot.
Kenny. At least you have a fucking team to root for, bro.
Yeah, and I think it's absolutely insane that people are talking about firing Ryan Day. Like most coaches in college
Oh
football, or
yeah, I was
most
gonna bring
fans
that
in
up.
college football
He's hot.
would
Kenny's hot about
love,
this. Go.
They would love to have that kind of track record. You go 10-2 almost every season. You're making the playoffs
Can't
consistently.
beat Michigan though.
I know, and that's the downside of having the biggest rivalry in sports is that if you can't beat that team, then it makes you look like a fool. But he's doing a great job in Columbus. I support him. I think it'd be foolish to fire him.
He's doing a great job of recruiting.
Yeah. I mean, we have the best wide receiver room in the country.
Until Bill Belichick walks in the room and lays out that big ass dick of his, and he's like,
no, he's just gonna ask him. He's like, all right, asshole, you coming to Chapel Hill or not? And that's all.
Exactly.
He's not gonna...
That's what we talked about earlier.
Dangle's 24-year-old girlfriend in front of her face, like, this could be yours.
I was like, listen, you see my girlfriend? You want better than this? Come with me.
Chapel Hill.
I mean,
I will say
though, and fuck Duke.
If Ryan Day, it's not I don't think it's a consideration, but if Ohio State fans really want Ryan Day gone, think about James Franklin and Penn State all these years. He should be gone if that is the standard, because that dude is notorious for making a New Year's Six bowl and nothing past it.
Yeah. It's that's kind of the weird thing about Ohio State fans, and it's, I label myself an Ohio State fan, obviously, but they're an entirely different breed, and I think the standard
right back
over the past 20 plus years, the standard has become way too high for what we're doing, or what they're doing rather. You have an inability to get over a couple of minor humps and then make it to the national championship. But there's 18 teams in the Big Ten now. 15 of them, maybe even 16 or 17 of them would actually love to have Ryan Day. I think Oregon's probably the only one that really would be happy just keeping Dan Lanning. But if Ryan Day became available, there's at least 80 schools, I think, in the country that would take him in a heartbeat. It's a no-brainer to keep him, no-brainer to keep progressing with the recruiting classes that they get, to keep moving on with the very good defense that they've been producing, and the offense has always been there over the past 20 years. It's ridiculous to consider it.
Hey, Cy.
Yes, sir.
Remember how I told you about those knee pads? I think we're going to hand them to Kenny for Ryan Day.
Pass them along. I don't need them. You might.
Yeah, I don't need him tonight. He can.
It just doesn't make sense, because who replaces him? There's two people that I can think of that could replace him. One is retired, and one is looking for an NFL job. Like, I don't think there's another coach right now.
Ooh, I know who you're talking about with the NFL job. I know who that person is.
Well, because he used to wear the scarlet and gray, so I think it would be a perfect fit. But again,
you want to backtrack?
Is that what works for this team? And I think Ryan Day is the answer still.
I think you should have Ron Dane. Bring Ron Dane to Ohio State.
Lane Kiffin. Woo! Another reason to hate Ohio State even more.
Kenny, you get too much shit. It's so funny.
But that's the other thing about being an Ohio State fan, is that they're like the Yankees of college football. Just everybody hates them. They figure out. I mean, people like Alabama way more than Ohio State. I don't get it, but
I can't stand either one of them. But
well, yeah, but you go to an SEC school, so that makes sense. But Alabama, for some reason, Alabama seems like rewarded and loved for being as touted as they are. Ohio State always gets shit on. It's kind of funny, but once Ohio State starts winning again, everybody's gonna have to shut up. So, and it's not like they're not winning. It's 2 games in a season.
I really just don't care.
They could make the national championship. There's a very good possibility with the path they have to take. There's a very good
right
possibility.
Now, Oregon got screwed.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
People were complaining about the bracket, but it's a bracket. It is a bracket. That is how a bracket works. Dude, and if you're not okay with it, you should have said something.
Beat them.
This is something that has been voted on, and this is a consensus of a bracket for years and years and years and years and years. If you were going to hate on it now, you should have hated on it 5 years ago when this idea was brought up. So
yeah, I think
I liked it.
I actually that's how brackets issues, bud. I really can't say anything other than that's how it just works.
I love the fact that Ohio State gets a home playoff game. I love the fact that all 4 home playoff games that are being played are played at like cathedrals of college football. I think that's awesome.
Yeah, I agree. Kenny, good fucking point.
I think the only thing that I would consider doing is reseeding the bracket as they go through, just to keep it that Oregon gets. The only reason why I say that is because Oregon is the number one team in the country. They should continue to be rewarded for being that number one team. I understand college basketball, the bracket stays the same. That's fine. But the NHL did it for years where it would be 1 versus 8, and then it'd be 1 versus the next lowest
But then
seed.
it wouldn't be amateur.
Well, the NFL does that as well, too. But like I said, this has been something that has been like set in stone and discussed for years and years. This isn't something that just popped up right now.
I'll be honest with you guys.
They thought about this. They thought about
I was an advocate.
They did.
So before we even started this, like our podcast and everything like that, I was actually an advocate of a 16 team like bracket. Like I wanted 16. Like 12 was fine, but my ass wanted 16 because I thought that could have been kind of fun.
I get it, but there was precedent set with a 4-team playoff, and in order to reward those 4 best teams, they had to make it 12 or make it 20. Make it 20, but then you would have to get rid of the New Year's Six Bowl type thing. I think 12 for now.
Look how far. So here's the thing, though, too, with this 12-league playoff. Look how far it's running now into January. Like this is so January 7th, January like 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th was like the normal time for the national championship. Now all of a sudden it's like January 20th or some shit like that.
January 20th this year, yeah, or next year.
Yeah, and we got 2 bye weeks. Oh my gosh, I'm loving the new college football.
All right, so
I'm not complaining.
You know what? I know this is very impromptu. So the NFL is discussing 18 game season. When is the NCAA going to start talking about elongating their season?
I think you run into issues in terms of you're going to run into issues because of the fall semester leading into the winter semester. That's why there's already the 2 transfer portals, and it's not quite working out. So I don't think that you can really expand your seasons too much the way it is right now in college football. I think at most, because you have a 12-game season, conference championship, and then you would start your bowl or playoff run. So you're already at 13 games. I think the max you could probably talk about is a 14-game regular season, and that's pushing it. Then you're talking about getting rid of some of those bye weeks that Connor is excited about.
Kenny, I love
2 and 10, baby.
Kenny, I absolutely love your optimism, but like I actually think now with the NIL money and the amount of like things being invested into college football, sponsorships, blah blah blah, this, that, and the other, money talks. And I think the money's talking. And I think there's a situation that we it may not be too like super soon, but I could see it happening. Let's go 8 to 12 years. All of a sudden, like college football having like a 14, 15 game schedule.
I think it's definitely possible, but they have to just revamp. And
bye 2 week playoffs bye weeks. I think that's fucking dumb anyways.
Yeah.
I don't think
and I get it. Hold on real quick. And I get it from the whole perspective of like, let's go back. All right. I'm gonna backtrack that a little bit and just be like, okay, they're student athletes. They need to get their degrees. They need to get their, their studies done. They need to do this. Let's be honest. All these motherfuckers. Okay, I shouldn't say all. The vast majority of these guys aren't having they're not doing their fucking homework. They're either getting help by the teacher, like being like, this is good enough, or they're having somebody else do their homework, or AI is doing their homework. Let's be fair about this. And let's be like understanding that like this is like totally bullshit if you think that this is all genuine like the whole time with all these guys.
But I do want to say I don't think it had anything to do with an expansion of a regular season is an impossibility. I think it had everything to do with the upper level and then bleeding into the NFL season. I think that's the only reason we haven't seen more games in college football is because it would compete with the next level of what these players are trying to get to, and they don't want that. They do not want a competition of
college football play on.
What day? Saturday. But during the bowl season, it's Tuesday. Now it's Tuesday and Wednesday and still Saturday, and then we have a national championship on Monday. So it's bleeding into the games that the NFL wants people to watch most. People like me, I'm a college football fan. Bruce, you're probably the same way. Kenny, you're the same way. If college football and NFL were on the same time, I think we can all agree we're punching our ticket or remote to whatever channel college football's on. We're not watching NFL over college football. I think we can all agree on that.
Yeah.
I'm watching
And that's the competition they don't like.
Well,
Yeah,
it
depending on the game.
Actually,
Really depends on the game.
I was about to say, thank you, Cy. 100% depends on the game. If it's like a big, if it's like small town, like hey, shout out Jordan Hansen, congratulations. If it's like Northern Illinois versus like I don't know somebody else in the MAC, like
Bowling Green
or Toledo, like my ass ain't watching that like against like right now the Rams in San Francisco. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, but we're talking postseason, Bruce. You're not going to see NIU in the postseason unless they have like
not true.
Football Jesus as quarterback.
They actually, well, not postseason, but they actually made it to a bowl game. So,
but that's what we're discussing. Postseason would bleed into NFL postseason, and you're going to watch college football postseason. I know I am. The SEC championship, for example, became the most viewed championship game ever. This past SEC championship.
Postseason?
That's what we're discussing. If you expand, I'm not going NFL. There's no way.
College.
There's no way. I'm going college every time. I'm not picking NFL playoffs. I do not care what leads up. NFL is almost like the NBA to me now, where I just want to
already happening. Hold on, time out. It's already happening though. It's already going to happen, right? Like it's like because the last NFL playoff game, or excuse me, a regular season game is January 5th or 6th.
Yeah. That's why the championship's on a Monday, is to avoid the Sunday playoff games.
Right, exactly. But it's already bleeding into the NFL.
Yeah. And I think if you keep the New Year's Six bowls, you're going to have to finagle something else in order to make that work. But as long as the New Year's Six bowls are prevalent in the college playoff system, I don't think that we're going to continue to see an expansion and bleeding with college football.
I agree.
It would just make it too awkward.
But you could still have an expansion because there are, I think, 2 buys on a college football schedule. Am I correct on this?
Yes.
So you can still see an
also
expansion.
Week 0.
You can still see it. And week 0. Good call, Kenny. Thank you.
Get rid of week 0 and Army Navy week if you want to have 2 extra games. Those are not needed. That's not needed. Get rid of it.
It's going to happen. But it's going to happen.
I think Army Navy should move to the conference championship game.
Yes.
And I think it should be played. I think it should be the noon game, and then the conference championships should all start at 3 and later. You give Army Navy its due. It's America's game. You let them play it out, and then you start your slate of college football. It'd be a good lead-in too.
USA.
But there's no world where a game other than the national championship should have its own week. There's no way. That Army and Navy, I get it. In college, Bruce. In college.
Got it. My bad.
There's no way that a game other than national championship should have its own week. That's the biggest game of the year. Are you going to compare Army Navy to the national championship?
Or Army Navy should move to
week 0 because
to have
those
its
are
own
people that are going to serve our country. So 100%.
I get that, and I get that why it's but you have to make sacrifices in order to gain expansion.
I'm pretty sure they're sacrifice of serving our country. So
no, and I get that, Bruce. I'm not like advocating against soldiers. I'm not like trying to diminish the value of it.
I'm gonna tell you right now that deserves a lot more. They deserve their own week.
Mm-hmm. And that's fine, but I'm not advocating for an expansion of a regular season. I'm just telling you what the possibilities of a regular season expansion would have to happen.
Week 0. Turn week 0 into week 1.
Mm-hmm. I agree. I think it's
you're only gaining one game.
But you're only gaining one game.
At the end of the day, every big program is going to end up like searching out and this is old, by the way, because I actually do think that big programs have gotten better about this, but the week 1's going to be like playing Mary Sisters, Queen of the Blind. You know what I'm saying? So like, who gives a shit? So just expand
a lot of that's
it, and let's continue the betting markets to get bigger, and let's have some fun.
A lot of that though, those week 1 matchups are designed to be like their preseason games though, because there is no preseason in college football. You can't legally scrimmage another team, so you have to have these. Ohio State has to play Bowling Green week 1 in order to hopefully fine tune the team and get them
Unless
ready
they
for it.
lose.
Well,
Which
you know,
sometimes
the
happens.
Wolverines lose to Appalachian State. You know, that happens, but
That was awesome, by the way. I remember that.
I still have that Sports Illustrated cover.
Hey, me too. I have it too. The fucking block.
Yeah, oh, it's
Yep.
beautiful.
I have it.
Hang it in the Louvre.
Oh, I don't have it hanging. I just have I have a fuck ton of Sports Illustrated like not covers, but like anyway. All right. Well, we should probably go on to picks because
we have like 4 minutes left.
4 minutes.
I know. That's awesome.
Should we just?
You know what,
I mean,
though?
we could.
That
we could
might have
cut
been
off NFL.
that might have been flat out. That might have been the most genuine like coach's corner freaking segment we've had in a while.
Well,
We needed that.
I'm posting it, but I mean, should we talk about Army Navy week now that we've expanded on it?
Yeah, why not? Who cares?
As much as we can. I don't care to do NFL picks if I'm being honest.
I'm fine.
It brings no substance to me.
All right, so you've got Army Navy this week, the one game of college football, like we said. They have met 124 times total. All time, Navy actually holds the record 62, 55, and 7. Longest winning streak was also by Navy. They have a 14-game streak between 2002 and 2015. What else we got? First meeting was 1890, so way back. They typically meet every year, but they did take about 10 years off here and there. They've met consistently every year since 1930. This will be the first time since I lost it. First time in a significant amount of time. Sorry, I lost the year. That you have Army, both teams with Army and Navy, both at winning records. Mm-hmm. Army obviously went 11-1 this season. I think they should be in the playoffs with that kind of record, but I guess we're gonna let
strength of schedule.
Yeah, no, I get it. I respect the whole system. I'm just saying,
guys.
I want to rant about that so bad.
At 11-1, but
why not?
I think if they would have beat Notre Dame, they would have made the playoffs easily. 5 times since 1963. Both teams have had winning records. I did some research. In my opinion, the 2 best players to ever play for each academy, Roger Staubach from Navy, and then Alejandro Villanueva, an offensive lineman from Army. Great heroes.
Nice.
They do have the one
USAA,
cool thing.
Baby.
That's a great fucking pull.
Great fucking pull.
I think one of the coolest things, and I got to see it when I went to the game in Philadelphia, they call it a prisoner exchange. So every year, one Army cadet, one Navy cadet switch academies and study for a semester there. During the game, they actually go to the 50-yard line and trade them back to their respective academies so that they can still root for their team.
Cool.
It was really cool, and they dress up the player or dress up the cadet in like their garments and stuff like that. It's pretty cool to see.
Wow, I didn't know that. Awesome.
Some notable games: 1926, the game was held at Soldier Field. It was 100,000 people in attendance.
Back when Soldier Field was actually good before the Bears destroyed it, and the McCaskey family fucked everything over. Fuck you, Bears.
And Chicago ruined it.
Yeah, good call. Fuck you, Chicago. Fuck this.
Hoping is so crazy right now.
It actually went to a 21-21 tie as a dedication to the World War I memorial that it was built for. 1963, the game was almost paused because of the JFK assassination. It was held in Philadelphia, though. Roger Staubach led Navy to a decisive victory on December 7th, which is the anniversary of the Pearl Harbor bombing. So it was going to be a Navy day, it seemed like, either way. That being said, this year, it's being held at Northwest Field, which is where the Commanders play. Army is favored by 6.5 points. The over-under is at a super low 38.5. With that being said, I think Army cruises to a victory. I actually think they win by 10 points this week, so I'll take it. I say 24-14. Yeah, 24-14 Army.
I 100% agree with Kenny on this. And to talk more shit about the Chicago Bears and the poverty-ass franchise, the Soldier Field actually used to be a national landmark until they turned it into a space shuttle. So fuck you, Chicago Bears and the Chicago Park District, because you're fucking clowns and you destroyed history. Continuing what Kenny was saying, though, God bless our men I'm going to take the hat off for this. God bless our men and ladies that work their asses off and serve our country. Much appreciated. Thank you so much. Army's been playing some good ball this year, and Kenny is 100% correct. Should have been a part of the playoff. Thought they should have been. It's questionable, and we cover them, whether SMU should have been a part of that. And I know strength of schedule was a part of that, so we can talk about that. And Connor, you're more than welcome to pop off about it because I'm kind of curious to hear it. That being said, Army wins by, I'm gonna say by 12.
Okay. So as I'm staring at my SMU credentials,
Yeah,
I'm gonna hold my thoughts on that because you beat us by 3. Clemson
Sorry,
only won by 3.
Longest field goal in ACC history. Sorry. Sorry. You can continue. Sorry.
I'm going to hold my opinions because I know if I start arguing with Connor, I'm going to lose. And I have respect for myself. I don't want to embarrass myself again. So, as to the game that we're talking about, I like that. It's going to be low scoring. I'm definitely taking under on this game. However, I'm not going Army purely on the fact of everybody's going to take Army. Navy is still a good team.
That's the reason why you stopped betting. Remember how you were like, "Oh, I'm not betting anymore." So
yeah, I didn't bet tonight. It's okay.
Yeah, shocker.
It's for the best. It's for the best.
Yeah,
I don't know ball. We all know that. Come on now.
So that being said, don't fucking listen to Cy right now. Go ahead, Cy. So, what do you like?
I don't like you guys. Navy 17, Army 10. I want a low scoring game. Let the defenses battle it out. And then
I think you agree with that. I think it's going to be a low scoring game.
And then Navy is going to go on and beat Oklahoma in their bowl game.
Ooh.
That's a hot take.
I don't know if it's going to be low scoring to me. I think this is whoever can triple option the best. This is a triple option masterclass.
Good job putting on the fucking light, you clown.
What are you talking about? Talking about that?
It's not your light. It's a fucking screen.
Well,
Can we please have a professional fucking go of this?
I was looking at Army schedule, and my Safari is in, or whatever this browser is in dark mode. That's why the lights turn off. But
I'm always in dark mode. Just ask my wife.
This will be whoever can triple option the best. I think Army has it in the bag. They're going to triple option their way to a 34-24 victory. I think it's going to be a little bit higher scoring due to what we've seen this season. In terms of the triple option.
Baby. Run the veer.
Army wins.
Yeah, I think it's great that Army actually returned back to their triple option. I know for a couple seasons there, they were trying to revolutionize their offense and try and get into the mainstream college football, but that's not what Army is. Army's triple option, run it straight up the middle, 3 yards in a cloud of dust, and I'm glad that they're returning to that.
Well, those guys didn't go to the Army to play football anyway, so it's like they're not learning football. They're
what's
they're
wild?
Just playing it.
Dude, you know what's wild, honestly? Actually, you know what's funny about that too, Connor, is a lot of those guys, because you have to stay at least 2 years if you're playing sports there, and then like that's a commitment to being a part of like the Army or Navy or whatever. Hot take, or not hot take, but a like a informational moment. But real quick. Shit, what was I gonna say? Motherfucker. You distracted me by putting me on like the big screen. God bless it. I can't remember what I was gonna say because it was actually pretty good, but I can't remember what it was.
Don't choke, Bruce.
Can't handle the pressure.
Don't be like Cy.
No, this isn't pressure. This is just me having too many Coors Lights and being 40 years old.
He's not as heavyweight as he used to be.
Not at all, dude. Not at all. It's gone down significantly. I'm not gonna lie. Anyway, fuck it. Whatever. Kenny, you sticking on for the for NFL?
Sure. If we're talking about it, I'll do it.
Yeah.
You want to talk about it? It's 9 to 5. I don't care. It's up to you.
All I gotta do is work tomorrow. It's fine.
Honestly,
I'm going to bed early. That's
No
what I'm
NFL.
doing.
We don't need to do NFL. We'll have NFL next week and college picks. We audibled a few times.
Why does Cy, like, if he grew a mustache, he totally look like a fucking the dad next door, like Ned Flanders or some shit?
I think he'd kind of give me like a young Mel Gibson
Well, we are
type.
actively trying to grow a mustache right now.
Oh, really? For real?
My lighting's really bad, as you guys can see. I tried.
It's always the
to get it
most
better.
interesting comment is when people say they're trying to do something. They're trying to grow the mustache. They're trying to grow the beard.
Not all of us drink 12 gallons of milk every day like you, Kenny.
It's
I
only
don't even
two.
like
It's
milk
okay.
that
We're-
much.
Check
You know
back in with me in a month.
you know what
Hopefully,
sucks?
it's better than where we're at.
It doesn't suck. All right, see this? See this? I actually trimmed this to make sure. Oh, I did. I actually trimmed this to make sure that like I don't upset the wifey and stuff like that because it could be like a lot like nicer and longer. Mm. 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 How you doing? All right. Connor's totally
All
grabbing
right.
Coach Bruce Thirst
Oh.
Trap.
You're totally grabbing that shit. I know.
But you look more,
Is it-
I guess, youthful when you. I don't really know, Bruce, if you look older or younger without facial hair.
Dude,
Maybe
you know
look
what's
younger
funny
with
is
facial
like some people are like oh my god, you look like so young with it, but then other people are like, oh my god, you look so like much more mature with it. I'm like, calm down.
I think you actually do look younger with facial. It's weird to say that, but usually it's the opposite. But I think you might look younger. It's because the color of it. It's like you don't see any grays. I guess you haven't had that stress in your life yet.
Yeah, dude, I'm a Puerto Rican wife and a daughter. What the fuck is?
And that's
he
what's
hasn't
so
done it on the
impressive.
fucking way.
That's what's so impressive. No
And-
grays.
Impressive.
No
You just
grays.
don't show it.
No
It's
grays.
Yeah.
no different. Actually,
Hey, Coors Light. That's what helps. All
we
right,
go.
let's hit the picks.
It's that whack don't crack, baby.
What?
I'm not sure how that goes.
Okay. I think it's time for the best commercial in all podcast history because Connor's saying too much stuff I don't like.
We already played all of them.
So I
And
saw
on
my
that
end of the
note-
show.
Cy doing? We're doing the NFL picks. What are you doing, Cy? You're not the fucking man. Shut
My
up.
bad. I didn't know we were doing picks. I didn't know
No,
we
I
were
just
doing
said hang on
picks.
to the picks. No.
Mobby, hand of accountability. Mobby.
Relax there.
I got a little trigger happy, guys. My bad. My
I
bad.
said on to the
love-
picks, and this guy wants to be
we
like.
got
fucking,
trigger
like,
happy.
pulling the
We got trigger
fucking-
happy. We got trigger happy. Hand of accountability. Hand
Yeah,
of accountability.
apparently. What the
Hand of
shit is
accountability.
that?
I guess
All
we
right.
did see the best commercial twice today.
We will. We didn't see it last week. Look, guys, we didn't see it last week. It's okay.
First game. What? Commanders at Saints. Also, hold on, time out. If you're texting MJ on the side and MJ saying some shit, tell him to shut the fuck up. Who's the
I'm
owner?
not
I
texting
am.
him on the side.
So that being
not
said,
texting
let's
him on the
fucking go. All right.
I have
First one,
no notifications on my phone. We're texting nobody.
I don't care. I'm fucking with you.
That
All
can
right,
mean two
Commanders
things.
at Saints. Saints are. Oh, sorry, Connor. I'm sorry, dog.
I want to go to this
are,
game so bad.
Commanders are favored by 7.5. The over/under is 43.5. Okay, that's fair. Dude, I don't know, man. It sucks what happened with Derek Carr. Hopefully his wrist. Is it wrist or hand?
Man, I thought it was just a finger. If I'm being honest, I didn't know it was his whole hand.
Oh, I thought it was wrist or hand.
It
something
might
like
be
that.
his wrist. I don't think it's his hand. It's either if his like thumb or toe or something. I don't even know.
Thumb. What?
Regardless, he's probably not playing.
There you go.
It is,
well, no,
it's
I
a
know
Jake
that. That's why I
Hayner.
was
It's a
like-
Jake
See, I
Hayner
was trying to be.
masterclass.
All right, hold on, time out. Cy, Kenny, I just want you to take a mental note of this. I was trying to be empathetic to Connor right there, but apparently it's not happening. So that being said, Commanders cover this bullshit spread. They're going to cover by 10.5 because it's kind of pissing me off. Commanders cover, Commanders win, and I'm going to bet the over.
I'll take the Commanders all day. I wasn't not too impressed with the Saints either way without Derek Carr. I think it's a hand and a concussion, actually. I'll take the Commanders.
Yeah, he's on concussion protocol.
And they cover.
Commanders win. Commanders cover. Sorry, Connor.
Cy, do you want to run the commercial now?
If you want me to, I can run it again.
I can
Y'all
fucking
have
stop
to
that too.
apologize. I get the Saints. I get it. It's a hard place to be in. The Commanders probably will win this game. Jake Hayner is starting, and oh my gosh, he's probably going to play like Ian Book did a few years ago. It's awful. It's awful. I'm just going to say it's awful. The Commanders will probably beat them 40-13 or something.
All right, you're done. You're done.
It's going to be bad.
You're done. Bengals at Titans. Bengals are favored by 4.5. Bengals need to keep winning. They didn't win out the rest of this for them to even be conceivably thought about in the playoffs. Bengals win. Bengals cover. I think Jamar Chase has 2 touchdowns. I think Joe Burrow throws for 4.
Completely agree. Bengals win. That's it. That's all I got. Fuck Will Levis. I don't know.
Fuck Will Levis.
Bengals win. Next game.
Next game. Dolphins at Texans. Texans are only favored by 2.5. Over under at 46.5. Yeah, no, you know what? CJ Stroud has had a sophomore slump a little bit.
He's top 5 and isn't he top 5 in passing yards?
Okay, what does that mean?
That means
you could be the most. You could have the most completions, the most attempts, and stuff like that, but also be top 5 in yards. Also, Yak. What about Yak? You got to put Yak into consideration. Come on,
I haven't watched much CJ Stroud. It was just a
all right.
question.
So I'm gonna say shit. All right, be quick. My first thought was Dolphins. Dolphins win.
Texans all day. They're 8-5. Sophomore slump or not, the Texans are a way better team than the Dolphins right now.
Texans win. Nico Collins, 100 yards, 2 touchdowns.
God, I hope so. All right, Cy, you're back on my good side. I hope so.
Me too.
It's fantasy playoffs, bro. I need that.
Exactly.
Bruce, I hope I'm on your good side with this one. I'm going to agree with you simply because Tua has been playing lights out. He's going to continue it. Dolphins win.
You're not on my good side with that. Just say fucking. You can say Nico has 2 touchdowns and they still lose. All right.
I don't want to be your butt buddy. I just want to be on the good side.
No one's on my good. The only one that's on my good side is Kenny because I love Kenny. Kansas City Chiefs at Cleveland Browns. All right, flat out. I'll be honest with you guys. My man. Oh God. The Cleveland Browns, I love that team right now. Like, I've been praying for less pick sixes. It's ending. It's done. All right, Chiefs win. Chiefs cover.
Yeah, I mean, I would love to pick the Browns, but there's no way in hell that the Chiefs lose to them.
I'll pick the Browns. Jameis Winston's going to go off.
He is going to go off. He's probably going to throw for like 500 yards.
Chiefs win.
Next game, Dallas Cowboys at the surging Carolina Panthers. The line, guys, is only 2.5. And the Panthers are favored. I didn't even see that. Holy shit. Oh, my God. All right, so, hey, Cy, do you have it on your phone?
Give me a second. I got you. Give me a second. I got you.
This is the game.
Let me find it.
This is kind of fucked up.
Baby girl, you should have that thing on
Yeah, I'm not betting on this
Strapped.
game. This is the first time I'm actually like done this in a while. I'm not betting on this game.
This is
Actually,
this is a coach, Bruce.
honestly, I would if gun to my head, I had to bet on this game. I'm betting on the Cowboys to win this game. But I'm saying don't bet on this game. Yep.
Don't say anything.
I need to
else.
get I'm gonna go get a siren sound next week for our
Yeah,
call
good
line.
call.
We really do need a siren sound. This is my one role. Call them line. Don't bet. Don't do it.
Did you give your pick, Bruce, or
Yeah. I
was
said
that your pick? Okay, I didn't know if the gun to your head thing was gonna be your.
yeah, if I had to, it's the Cowboys. But
Cowboys are dysfunctional. Panthers are just as bad. They tie.
they tie. Oh, that'd be if you
Let's go
hit
Panthers.
that.
I will be.
Eddie, if you hit that, that'd be insane.
I would love a tie, but also I would love for the Panthers to win.
Oh my God.
It's their first time in over 2 years that they're actually a favorited. Let's go Panthers. But call the line.
That doesn't mean anything. Cowboys win.
Next game. The New York Disappointments at the Jacksonville Jaguars. The New York Disappointments, or we can call them the Ayahuascas, or whatever you want to call them, are favored by 3.5 against the Jaguars. Jets win, and I think they cover.
For a second, I thought you were talking that they merged the Jets and the Giants.
Well played, sir.
I'll take the Jaguars only because they're at home. That's it. That's all I got.
Call the line. Call the line. However, Jaguars are wearing the teal jerseys again. So if we're gonna bet on if we go on jerseys, Jaguars. Otherwise, call it.
Jaguars win, and Aaron Rodgers gets benched.
Ooh.
No, because I have him as my fantasy quarterback this week. So what a
You need to
jag
bench
you
him.
are, Connor. What a jag you are. All right. Baltimore Ravens at the New York Giants. Speaking of disappointment, oh my God. When I tell you guys the spread on this game, it's as wide as a slut on the 4th Avenue.
Is that true now?
the
Is
Ravens
that true now?
the Ravens are favored by 16.5.
Only?
No.
Well, that's the largest spread I've ever seen like on FanDuel, dude. Over under is 42.5. Wow, that's a huge spread. I'm gonna say Raven. No, I'm gonna say Giants cover, but Ravens win.
Ravens win. Ravens cover. Take the over. They're going to absolutely annihilate the Giants.
What can you say?
Ravens.
16.5. That's super spread. All right. Colts at Broncos. Broncos are at home. Then they're favored only by 3.5.
Oops.
And the over-under is 44.5. Hey, I'm going to tell you right now, Knicks is having rookie of the year type stuff going on. I'm going to pick the Broncos, and I'm going to say the over.
Yeah, what Bruce said. Broncos, easily.
Broncos, but I'm taking the under.
Broncos.
Next game. The New England Jack Gaffneys at the Arizona Cardinals. Arizona Cardinals are favored by 6.5. The over-under is set at 46.5. In my opinion, I think the Cardinals are frauds. However, they win this game, but the New England Jack Gaffneys cover.
I'll take the Cardinals. I'll take Marvin Harrison Jr. to break the Cardinals rookie touchdown record this week.
Stop.
And
who has it?
Fuck New
Anquan
England.
Bolden. Who has it? Anquan Bolden.
It's either Bolden or Fitzgerald. Let me look
It
at
has to be Fitzgerald.
Well,
No,
Bolden
because
Bolden won Rookie of the Year.
Oh,
on
yeah,
Arizona.
Bolden was a rookie with the Cardinals, wasn't he?
Yeah, he won Rookie of the Year. That's why I'm asking. Who won? Who has it?
Ooh.
Look at this intense stare down.
He's
between
looking.
you
I know,
and
right?
Jamie. I know.
Well, take me off the big screen then. Hold on.
Look at this sexy man. He's gonna whisper some
Connor,
words in your ear.
I don't know. I'm
Connor,
digging that beard.
Connor,
I'm
Connor,
digging the
stop.
beard right now. Look at Kenny on the screen right now. Kenny, look at that beard.
Fitzgerald leads reception.
Holy shit, Kenny! I just realized you were wearing a Florida Marlins hat. That's fucking sick too.
I've been wearing it for a while. Yeah.
That's badass. I like that hat. Fuck the Marlins.
Did you see that the
Fucking
Florida
fucking-
Panthers are going to get an outdoor
Fucking
game?
White Sox fan, shut up.
Anyway, go ahead. No, would you say though? Seriously?
The Florida Panthers are getting an outdoor game at the Marlins Stadium.
Oh, that's sick.
I think it's stupid. It's going to be like 90 degrees.
Yeah, but still sick. But you know what though? That ice is gonna be slush.
Yeah, exactly.
Dude, the Cubs are the Wrigley Field's having another game New Year's Eve.
Yeah, they're hosting the
Winter Classic.
St. Louis Blues.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. I might try to get tickets to that one.
You should. They're insane right now.
Well, yeah. I mean, I don't care about the Blues. I care about the Blackhawks.
No, I mean the prices are insane right now. I can't
Oh,
find
for
this. I
two
don't know if
subpar
I-
I'm
All
looking
the more
at
reason for us to try to play the fucking media card.
it's a tie between Bolden and Fitzgerald with 8.
There you go.
And Maserati Marv breaks it this week.
Next game.
With 2.
Agreed.
Connor, you good? All right. Next game. The Buccaneers at the Chargers. We all know who Kenny's going to pick. Chargers are favored by 3. The over-under is at 45.5. I love the Chargers. I love what they're doing. I don't think they're as talented as the Buccaneers because I just don't. However, that team is galvanized by the Harbaugh factor. Who's got it better than us? Nobody. Chargers win.
I was going to pick the Chargers until you went on the whole Harbaugh train. Buccaneers all fucking day.
Look at
Okay. If Lab McConkey plays, Chargers win. If Lab McConkey doesn't play, Buccaneers win. Over regardless.
you just want to say cocky.
I love Jim Harbaugh.
All right, next one. Pittsburgh Steelers. All right, this is actually a fucking awesome game. I actually think the late games on Sunday are fucking awesome. Pittsburgh Steelers at the Philadelphia Eagles. The Eagles are currently favored by 5.5. That kind of shows the little bit of fraudulence about the Steelers from Vegas. However, I do think the Steelers are, I mean, we already know that they're a great coach team. And Russell Wilson, while not a Pro Bowl type level quarterback, I do think he has a lot more in the tank than a lot of people gave him credit for. That being said, I'm going to pick an upset here. I'm going to go Steelers win.
Yeah, I'll take the Steelers on the road in Philadelphia. I think that makes all the sense in the world. Steelers defense shows up, stops Barkley, and maybe a pick 6 to seal the deal, but I think the Steelers win.
Jalen Hurts is a fraud.
Thank you. Steelers win. Steelers cover.
Yeah, obviously.
Russell Wilson doesn't have to do anything. Just let Najee Harris run the ball and let their defense lock down.
The fuck? All right, Connor. I know Connor's totally picking the Eagles.
I can't remember the exact. No, I'm trying to look for the stat just to share. The Steelers haven't beaten the Eagles at home on a Sunday night since I think it's like the 50s or something. It's been like forever.
This is Sunday afternoon, but go ahead.
Oh yeah. All right, well then it's on Sunday. Then they haven't beaten them in Philly on Sunday for like forever. I don't know what the exact stat is. Somebody can fact check me. But do they do it now? No. The Eagles win.
There it is. All right. Buffalo Bills at Detroit Lions. Super Bowl preview? Question mark. Lions are favored by 2.5. The Fighting Dan Campbell's biting them kneecaps. Over under set at 54.5. Apparently, there's going to be no defense played. All right. I'm going to tell you right now. All right. How about this? You got the MVP versus the potential coach of the year. So let's do this. If, and I say if, Lions win this game, Ben Johnson should be the lead candidate for the Chicago Bears to be the head coach. If the Bills win this game, Mike Vrabel should be the head coach of the Chicago Bears next year. That being said, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to go with the Bills, dude. Well, yeah, the coaching matters. I'm going to tell you right now, the players make the plays on the field, and right now, there's a man that's on a mission for the Bills. It shows you that Diggs was a problem there in Buffalo, and the MVP is going to come through. Josh Allen's going to throw for like 4 touchdown passes, and I'm sorry, Dan Campbell's going to be biting some toes.
Tough act to follow. If it was in Buffalo, I could see rooting for the Bills. It's in Detroit. I'll take the Lions all day. I'll take Dan Campbell. I guess that means what's his face is going to be the next head coach. So looking forward to another 3 years of mediocrity.
You're right. It's in Detroit. The Bills just came off a big loss. Now I won't say big. It was a close game, but the numbers were crazy that game against the Rams. Jared Goff plays amazing at home. You got to think that. He's over 70% accuracy for his passes. I'm going to give it the Lions just because of how well Jared Goff plays at home. And they proved that they're Super Bowl bound.
Oh, Cy's gone?
Yeah, his laptop died.
Oh, that's probably the reason why he was trying to like end it.
That was the reason he was trying to end it. The exact reason. Because his laptop was going to die.
My bad. Sorry, dog. Charge your shit.
Well, speaking of which, I got plenty of juice. We're good.
He's got like MJ's hand-me-down laptop, I think. So that's why it's not charging right.
Next one. Real quick. Damn it. Real quick.
Oh, Jared
Goff is totally in the conversation for MVP, guys. 100%. Next one. Green Bay Packers at the Seattle Seahawks. Currently right now. Oh, there the boys.
Hey guys. So
I was like,
at least we are aware now that like my laptop was plugged in the whole time. I look at my battery, it's still going down. So I'm like, I'm a ticking time bomb. So that's why I try to wrap it up.
You got to make sure it's at like 70 to 80%.
The hand-me-down MacBook that I have. That is from my favorite butt buddy, MJ Hurley. Yeah. Yep. We'll double. Yep. That's him and I. Y'all didn't know. Y'all just didn't know. Hey, it's all right though. I got a phone for a reason. Yep, him. We're back. All right, what picks in this?
This is all Connor.
I know. What picks on this? What picks on this?
The last game.
Which is?
All right. Oh, actually, it works out well. Green Bay Packers at Seahawks.
Better.
You can't script this. You cannot
script this, guys. We promise. We swear.
So Green Bay's favored by 2.5. Over unders at 46.5. It's in Seattle. I'm sorry, Jordan Love's going to throw a pick. Seattle's going to win this game.
I don't know. Packers win. Just a gut shot. I think the Packers win. They need to stay alive in the NFC hunt. So they take care of business.
They're going to. Come on now. I think Seattle's more.
How do we want to script this, guys?
Seattle's more concerned about staying alive in the NFC than Green Bay.
If we're gonna base this off which team needs a win more, it's Seattle. With how tight the NFC West race is, any win or loss from here on out can utterly shake that whole division. And Seattle's at home. And I think Jordan Love's gonna play like shit all week this game. Not gonna lie. So I'm based on that. Seattle wins.
Oh, he's off his knees.
I don't know. And I'm taking the under. And I'm taking the under. And I'm taking the under too. That's how low scoring I think this game's going to be.
Wow.
My first impression was Seahawks, and then I remembered the odds. I'm a big odds guy, big numbers guy.
Okay.
The Packers, Lions, and Vikings have 3 losses to teams outside the division. Packers are going to win this game because of that.
Dude, have you guys seen this game right now? This game right now is tied 6-6. What the fuck?
Oh no, I'm pretty sure I started Garindo too. I didn't check my fantasy.
Yeah, I'm really in shambles right now.
This is not good. Great
There's-
block.
There's one.
Right there.
One of my teams has 4 players who are playing right now in this game. I'm in shambles. It's okay.
It's gonna be
Oh, it
9.
doesn't matter because I got a first round bye for getting first place in the fantasy.
Oh, look.
What's going on?
I don't know. Hold on.
Get Cy out.
For real.
Okay.
Next game. The Chicago McCaskies at the Minnesota Vikings. I'm going to call them that, by the way, from now on. Because I used to call them the Chicago Shits, but we replaced the word shit with McCaskey because it's one and the same fucking thing. So the Chicago Shits at the Minnesota Vikings. Vikings are favored by 7, and over-unders at 44.5. All right, let's be honest right now. Vikings win. Vikings easily recover this game. I'm going to say the Vikings cover by 10 at the very least.
Yeah, Vikings all day. Bears probably shouldn't even make the trip up to Minnesota.
Caleb throws for 2 touchdowns, though. Let's go.
2 interceptions, though. So,
No, he hasn't
Yes.
thrown a pick in 7 games.
So he's due. He's due.
Well, then he throws for 4 touchdowns and 2 picks. I'm okay with that.
No, the Vikings. No, Vikings all day. Bears shouldn't even make the trip up to that nice stadium up there. That's it.
That's not a nice stadium up there.
It's beautiful.
It's trash.
No,
I don't like that stadium. It's ugly.
M&T Bank and Lucas Oil, 2 best stadiums in the NFL right now.
Give me Minnesota.
Lucas Oil, really?
I love Lucas Oil.
Same.
Well-
I actually do like Lucas Oil a lot.
It's got prestige, right?
Yeah, because of Peyton Manning.
I
And
wouldn't even
finally, the last game, gentlemen, of the night. The Atlanta Falcons, don't be a hater, Connor, at the Las Vegas Raiders. The Falcons are favored by 3.5. Are they at the point of starting Penix over Cousins?
Big Penix energy.
I'm going to say Falcons win. Falcons cover this game. It gets to the point where they're like, should we be starting Peyton Manning, Tom Brady at quarterback for the Raiders?
I'll take the Raiders.
Ooh.
Just like, again, gut feeling. Raiders at home. Nicer uniforms. I'll take the Raiders.
Follow the gut.
Kirk Sweet Home Alabama Cousins
if I
has
should
been
follow
playing terrible these past couple weeks. He needs a game, and I think this is the game he kind of bounces back. I'm gonna give it to the Falcons, even though I hope they lose.
Sai's gonna miss the best commercial, and there he is! He's back.
Hey guys. Hey. Yep. Him. That guy. That's me.
Connor, why you gotta?
You may have wondered what happened. So laptop restarted. My second of me was still in there.
Yeah, I heard it. That was natural.
So we got it fixed. We're good. But yeah.
Sai, you good, dog? You good?
It's not been a great day. This has not been a good show for me, guys. And I just want to.
I just misnamed the Viking Stadium. You're fine, Si.
I heard it, but it's okay.
The Raven Stadium is nice too, though, so I'm not entirely wrong. Just
I
wrong
do
team.
like that you said that Luke's Oil is up there. I do really agree with that.
Dude, Lucas Oil is beautiful. Honestly, I actually like. Kenny's right on that. Like,
Great location, great venue.
dude. Yeah, especially Slippery
Spacious,
Noodle right
it's
down.
everything.
I'm about to say the Slippery Noodle.
Hey, shout out to Slippery
Shout
Noodle. I will see you in February, Slippery Noodle.
Oh,
Yes, we will.
thought that was a commercial. My bad.
Yeah, I'm sure.
We don't have to play the commercial because we've
No,
already
we do,
played
we
it
do.
once.
Oh, all right, so,
Okay,
hold on. Connor, please center Cy. Cy, please.
Yes. Yes. All right. Hey guys. Now it is actually time. It's actually time now for the best commercial in all podcast history. We had a teaser earlier. We played it once for you. You get to see it again, but I can't play it. I can't play it. That's for the best. I should not be allowed to touch this thing ever again. But just being honest, very bad day for me. But
But what? But what?
I hope I don't know. No, you threw me off my train of thoughts.
But here is the best commercial in podcast history featuring Lady. Let's go. Oh, Cy, Connor, Kenny,
Yeah.
love you guys.
Love you.
Dude, I finally smelled pizza.